Bally Sports West, the heart of the fan.
Welcome to Angels Live, presented by your Southern California Cadillac dealers right here on Bally Sports. What a beautiful night it is in Southern California. And after a blowout win last night, Halos go for the series win in Game 2 of this 3-game set with the Detroit Tigers. Here's on center the next 30 minutes. Yeah, another amazing show for Showtime. Trout continues to finish the season strong, and the starting rotation has been on a roll. Another great outing by a Halo starter. This one by Jose Suarez. That and much more happens right here, right now on Angels Live as we welcome you under the hat, outside the Big A, Kent French with Halo Hall of Famer Tim Salmon. Oh, what a night it was last night. 10 runs, 16 hits. The 16 hits, second most of the season. Jose Suarez, the bullpen, shut out the Tigers. And you were a little amazed by this. Me too. The 17th shutout of the season by the Halos has tied for most in baseball with the Mets. They've won 7 of 10. A lot of good things to feel good about, and they need these good feelings, Tim, as you got Cleveland, you got Houston, you got Seattle coming up. You gotta feel pretty good. Minnesota, these teams trying to get into the postseason.
Well, they are. The Angels are in a prime position to play spoiler for a lot of these teams. And I tell you what, last night, watching this offensive explosion, I mean, you get so excited to look at this team, and I mean, they're still missing Rendon. They're still, I mean, this team has the potential to be an offensive juggernaut, and it was just really nice to see these moments during this long season to when this offense really comes together and gels like they're capable of doing. We've talked so much about the pitching staff and how well they've done. I tell you what, to be able to see this offense come together and really show this team really playing on all cylinders. Yeah. That is really exciting to see and something to look forward to this next month and even in the next season.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about the pitching staff momentarily, but, you know, and you've liked consistency in the lineup. 1 through 5 has been consistent over the last 2 weeks, and it's starting to show. Speaking of Showtime continues to impress down the home stretch, and we continue to dive into this AL MVP race, which is very intriguing. Shohei Ohtani, 3 hits, 2 home runs last night. Tim, he's got 5 in his last 7. Oh, by the way, Aaron Judge has 5 in his last 7. So Shohei Ohtani going toe-to-toe with Judge down the stretch.
Well, you know, his numbers are really impressive. You know, regardless, I know Judge, you know, kind of throws everything out. It makes everything look wonky, but he has a chance to really maybe hit 35, 40, maybe 40 homers with over 100 RBIs. He's hitting 270 right now. The last 30 games, he's hitting 349 with 1179 OPS. This kid is just amazing from an offensive standpoint. You're talking, if Judge wasn't doing what he's doing, you'd be talking about Ohtani again from an offensive standpoint. But boy, being able to hit the ball to both sides of the field. You know, I heard something today on TV that 21 of Judge's home runs might not be home runs in most of the ballparks because of Yankee Stadium. Look at these blasts right here.
Got the short porch over there. I mean, Shohei could have 20 more, and you're exactly right. That's got to be part of the argument, you would think. And that's the 12th multi-homer game for Shohei, his 6th of the season, and he tied Troy Glaus for the most in the season. He did it back in 2000. So you talk about Shohei Ohtani and what he's been able to do. And yeah, we're talking offense now, but you know, we can't say enough about the pitching and what he's done. He is a true number 1 on this team, and you brought up a great point that Trent did yesterday as far as if you switched Ohtani and Judge, it'd be no contest because the Yankees get a number 1 starter and they get a cleanup hitter and the short porch in New York. I mean, it just doesn't compare.
Well, yeah, if you're playing GM today and you're going to trade for, you know, Ohtani for Judge straight up, I'm thinking if I'm the Angels or whoever, you know, trading for Judge, I'm saying Judge is a great cleanup hitter, but I need a pitcher in the deal too, because guess what? I'm giving you an elite number 1 pitcher, and I'm giving you a guy that's going to hit cleanup in your lineup. Maybe not the way Judge is doing this year, but he's going to hit cleanup, and he's going to hit a lot of home runs, especially in Yankee Stadium. So, you know, when you start breaking down this MVP talk, I understand there is so much bias, East Coast bias. Sure. It's the Yankees. It's 61 homers. It's all that stuff. But I really hope at the end of the day, in this era of StatCast and era of analytics, that somebody out there would pay attention to what's going on a daily basis in Shohei Ohtani. What Shohei Ohtani does every day, hitting the ball, running the ball out, running out the triples, the doubles, and then, oh, by the way, every 5 or 6 days, he goes out there and competes as a #1 starter. That's just, to me, he's the best player in the game by far. I mean, Judge is doing great stuff, but Ohtani is the best player in the game.
Let's take a look at the numbers over the last 29 games for Shohei Ohtani to give you an idea of how hot he is. And you give a great point, and we've debated this in our press room, talking about it shouldn't be called the MVP anymore. It's the most outstanding player, because there's been several players, Tim, and at a later date we'll tell you who they are, who have been chosen MVP on losing teams. But look at the numbers since August the 4th. First with extra base hits, home runs second, OPS, RBI, and a 1.74 ERA as a pitcher. That's where this whole thing gets turned on its head.
Yeah, because we're not talking about somebody who's having a good offensive year and they're an average pitcher. He's the lead on both sides of the ball. And I will go there a little bit. Hey, in the last 7 years, Trout's won the MVP twice on a losing team. Harper's done it twice on a team that didn't make it to the playoffs. Stanton did it once, and then Ohtani did it last year. So, the argument that you have to be on a team that's going into the postseason, that's never really completely been the argument. You can all the way back to the early days. I remember Andre Dawson winning it with the Chicago Cubs on a losing team. So the MVP isn't necessarily the player that takes his team to the postseason. It's really the best player in the game. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, we're splitting hairs. They're both great players. Okay?
Oh, absolutely. We're not saying that at all.
We're just talking that Ohtani deserves a lot more recognition right now than what he's getting from the East Coast media. And I understand the bias. When you play the game, you understand. Everything centers in New York. But I just think they need to be paying a little bit more attention out here west than what Ohtani's doing.
Look past the pinstripes if you can. And again, we mentioned this last night. You got Judge trying to do something that hasn't happened since '61. Ohtani has done something and looking to repeat it, of something that hasn't been done over 100 years.
Ever. I mean, he's doing stuff on a regular basis.
Now his numbers are all-time, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's out there setting bars that will never be eclipsed. And we're going to talk about Cal Ripken here in a little bit. But I'm telling you what, Ohtani's doing stuff. You will never see this happen in the game again, because you might have a two-way player, but you will never have the elite two-way player. Ohtani has the potential. If the Angels were playing better, he'd be pushing 20 wins as a pitcher. Oh my goodness, 20 wins as a pitcher, maybe 40 homers, 100 RBIs. Come on, that's insanity right there. And that's just something I don't think enough people are talking about.
Healthy Trout, healthy Rendon, healthy Ohtani, who's, by the way, has been healthy all year long. Get everybody in that lineup, a regular lineup. It'd be incredible to see what Shohei Ohtani could do on the mound. We know what he can do playing both ways. Now, Mike Trout, of course. Hey, wait a second here. We haven't mentioned Mike Trout. That's incredible. He led every show for the last 2-3 years. But Shohei, of course, and rightfully so, has taken the spotlight. But Mike Trout last night, a triple shy of the cycle, had another home run. His 30th home run of the season, 7th time he's done that in his career. He continues to add to his Angel record. But more importantly, Mike Trout is healthy, Tim. 302, 6 homers, 2 doubles, 9 RBI in the 16 games since he's come back from that back injury.
Well, you're talking about 30. I mean, there was a day when, you hit 30 home runs. I mean, that was a huge benchmark, and it is still a huge benchmark when you consider Mike Trout's the amount of time he's missed. I mean, he's missed a good part of probably 6 weeks this year to still be hitting 30 home runs. That's amazing, and that's the 7th time he's done it in his career. And again, we're going to get into Eddie Murray here in another segment, but Mike Trout has hit it 7 times in a row. This is what Hall of Famers do. They continue to go out there and produce those kinds of numbers year after year after year, and you wake up 20 years later and the numbers are gigantic. So it's great to see Mike healthy again, playing like he's capable of playing. He's brought so much more depth back to this lineup. He's making everybody else better. It's going to be exciting to see him play this last month.
It's the 21st time that Trout and Ohtani have gone deep in the same game. It's the 7th time, only 7th time this year. And that is something, a point you've been making about getting those guys in the lineup at the same time to give some run support to the starting staff and Shohei Ohtani. Oh, by the way, so Trout's hit 30 homers 7 times. Well, this guy hit 30 homers 5 times. That's second in Angel history.
Yeah, and then I broke down. I fell apart.
All right, let's take a first time out here on Angels Live pregame, coming at you from outside the Big A. When we do come back, we'll talk about one of those arms that has been impressing down the stretch. Jose Suarez, 7 sterling innings last night of shutout baseball.
Are you ready to swing away?
Now, here we go. Like you're aiming at me or something.
Yeah!
Are we cool or?
I told you this is the best day of my life!
I have a lot of anger.
100 points! Numbers mean nothing to me!
Is this a mic? Oh, nice.
Not to laugh!
Ow. You felt that? I did. So I am a witch.
Yeah, you are a witch.
Angels fans tonight at the Big A looking for the series win, and the Angels go for their second straight against the Detroit Tigers. Game 2 of this 3-game set on a warm evening for some baseball. And we saw some offense last night. It's been a long time, but we had 10 runs on 16 hits. But one thing, Tim, we have been seeing is consistent starting pitching. And last night it was Jose Suarez taking the baton, coming off an incredible outing against the New York Yankees last week. He followed that up with a shutout performance, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts against Detroit. And every time he takes the hill, looks like we're seeing him mature in front of our very eyes.
We are, and I got to think that last outing against the Yankees, boy, wow, that was a watershed moment for him, playing in front of a big crowd against a team like the Yankees, and he really went toe-to-toe and did a great job. And you saw what you saw last night. Amazing. 7 innings, 3 hit ball, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. His strike percentage was off the charts on every one of his pitches. Fastball percentage, strike percentage on the fastball, the slider, the changeup. He had 5 Ks with his fastball, and that just tells me something right there, that he had them thinking about the other stuff, the off-speed stuff. Everybody's scouting him, saying, oh, throwing more sliders, more changeups. Guess what? He was able to locate that fastball in some great places. Did a great job right there.
Jose Suarez, by the way, he signed as an international free agent with the Halos back in 2014. I mean, he's been with his organization quite a while. He made his debut with the Halos in 2019. That's why he looks so familiar. He's only 24 years old. A 1.76 ERA in his last 7. Ohtani, you know what he's been doing? Sandoval's been incredibly solid, and he hasn't been getting the run support. But Reed Detmers, again, his last 9. That's since the All-Star break. He has been virtually unhittable since coming back from AAA. So good news, good signs for the Halo rotation. Hopefully the run support can continue. But for more on Jose Suarez, the night he had last night, we go inside and bring in Carlin Baith. And Carlin, he was having a lot of fun in a really good mood with his teammates after a big win.
There's never really a time that he's not having a lot of fun. Frenchie, that guy always has a smile on his face, but especially so after last night's performance. You guys were talking about that shutdown victory. It was the 17th shutout victory you mentioned earlier, Frenchie, for the Halos this season, tied most in the MLB, excuse me, with the Mets. So that's pretty impressive right off the bat. Mike Trout told me his last few starts have been great. He's been working quicker with the ball, and you can tell his confidence just continues to grow. So after last night's game, we talked to Jose Suarez in the clubhouse. Here's what he had to say.
I had the same attitude, same confidence as I pitched with the Yankees, and that helped me a lot today.
We know you're really close with the whole pitching staff. A lot of you young guys seem pretty tight-knit. Did they have any feedback or response after your 7-inning performance?
Se ve que te llevas muy bien con los muchachos, inicialistas que tienen muy buena química y son muy unidos. ¿Qué te dijeron después de tu salida tan exitosa de hoy?
Bueno, ellos prácticamente son mi familia porque son los con los que yo duro todo el año, de verdad trato de dar lo mejor siempre de mí y de verdad, bueno, después del juego hablamos de qué fue lo que del lanzamiento de primera, pero bien, bastante bien con ellos.
Yeah, like you said, we're family because I see them the whole year, and we talk about a little bit of the game after I was done, but pretty much about the bad throw that I did.
You can see him laughing right here. Here's the throw that his teammates were ribbing him for. Kind of grabs it with his whole palm there, really kind of flubs on it, doesn't make it over to first base, but has a really good sense of humor about it. Gave a good chuckle there in game and again post game like you saw in the clubhouse. And guys, Sam, one of the writers covering the Angels, asked him last night what happened there on that throw, and he says, just trying some new things, maybe debut a new changeup there. So is it a new pitch? We don't know, Frenchie, but what we do know, he's having a lot of fun out there, and the confidence just continues to grow with that young pitcher.
Carlin, thank you. I think that's breaking news. That's top secret stuff there that you just broke. So,
I can't believe we showed it. Now everyone knows.
Well done.
Yeah.
Investigative reporting, Carlin Bay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, a lot of personality there. Obviously easier when you have 7 shutout innings, but certainly he has a smile on his face all the time in that clubhouse. As we take another time out here on Angels Live pregame, coming at you from outside the Big A, underneath the hats. When we do come back, it is this day in baseball history. Yeah, we're going to talk about Cal and Eddie back on September the 6th.
Cleaning with a mop and
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up and all shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
You're here alongside Russell Dorsey and Joshua Perry. We got a great show coming your way here tomorrow.
The Cardinals are the hottest team in baseball right now. We talked to former Cards pitcher Brad Thompson live from the ballpark.
And these two gave you some crazy predictions for the NFC, so you know we got to hit you with the AFC.
Plus, the Braves and Mets both play day games, so you know we're going to break down the NL East.
That's coming up here on The Rally on your local Valley Sports Network.
Angels Baseball and Valley Sports is brought to you by your Southern California Cadillac dealers and by Jerome's. Yes, catch the action from Jerome's best seat in the house. Sign up for a chance to win at jeromes.com. A lot of Angels fans in attendance. A beautiful Southern California evening. Angels looking for the series win after a 10-0 win last night here at the Big A, as we welcome you back outside the Big A, underneath the hat, Kent French, Tim Salmon alongside for the ride. And you know, it's fun to talk about this date in baseball history, but it's even better when I'm sitting next to a guy who is actually in attendance of one of the biggest moments in all of baseball. September 6th, 1995, Camden Yards, Cal Ripken getting ready to break Lou Gehrig's Iron Man streak of 21-31 consecutive games. Tim, going into this game, you knew it was going to be a circus. What was it like?
Oh, it was every bit of World Series atmosphere, for sure. I up until that point, I kept thinking this is going to be the biggest game I ever played in until we made it to the World Series in 02. But I'll tell you what, it was unbelievable. I mean, you had the president there. You had sharpshooters on the windows above. Everybody flew their families out to be part of this game. You got the tickets, the memorabilia. But to see Cal Ripken do what he did, it was pretty spectacular. And you got to remember, too, you know, everybody's talking about this in spring training, and so everybody's doing the countdown, and it's like, oh, my gosh.
Look at the schedule.
The Angels have the lottery ticket. It's going to be us. Or, you know, it was just – and actually, I think that back anyway, I don't want to go into it right now, but there was just so much discussion about that game and what it was going to be like and the nerves and the tension. I mean, you were just like, oh, my gosh, am I going to be able to perform on this stage? I mean, it was definitely knee-buckling experience for sure.
Well, you mentioned, obviously, out in right field, and then when it was an official game, Cal made the lap around and shaking hands, and you missed the handshake.
I missed the handshake because, you know what, I didn't know that it was going to be what it ended up being. I thought he was just going to, you know, go down the line and, you know, do a few things, and he went past me, and I just didn't think it was appropriate to run over and shake his hand, and then all of a sudden he's shaking everybody else's hands. I'm like, dang it, I missed out. But I didn't miss out. I got some good photos of me and him on second base, and I got a couple baseballs. They had the Ripken commemorative stamp on them, and, you know, the tickets from the stands. My wife was at the game, so it was a fantastic night.
By the way, in case you're wondering if Tim could perform in that kind of stage, 3 for 4, 2 RBI in his 32nd home run. So there you go. He was all in again. Mike Mussina, of all people.
Mike Mussina.
Yeah, well done. By the way, just to show you how incredible that streak is and continues to be, take a look at the most consecutive games played currently here across Major League Baseball. Matt Olson leading the way at 269, and that's one of those you can pretty much say in this day and age that streak will not be broken.
I don't know if it will ever be broken. I mean, you're talking 2,131 games. That's 13 and a half years playing 162 games. First of all, your players aren't going to play 162 games ever again. I mean, that's just not going to happen. So the reality to have a guy that could do it 13-plus years, that record will never be broken.
You had an opportunity to be there. You also had an opportunity to play with this next gentleman and Eddie Murray the next year on the exact same date. Of course, this is kind of some Oriole highlights. After 3,000 hits, Eddie Murray would hit home run number 500. The next year, he played 46 games for the Angels. What type of competitor, what type of teammate was this guy?
I loved Eddie Murray. I mean, just because you knew he was a shoo-in Hall of Famer. I mean, he had all the, you know, he's just that old-school player. I had a chance to play with a lot of guys, but Eddie Murray was special. I'll tell you a couple interesting things about Eddie Murray. He never hit more than 33 homers in one season.
Really?
21 years, never hit more than 33 homers in a season. That just tells you what longevity means. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer because he played 21 years, averaging on, you know, 25 to 31 homers. Here's the other thing. Only 5 years. We just talked about Trout. Only 5 times did he hit 30-plus home runs. So, again, I mean, it's amazing when you look at his baseball card. It's so long. I mean, all these stats, it's amazing. But in the home run column, the guy with 500 homers, you get 500 homers by playing 20-something years, averaging 25 to 35 homers a year. Mike Trout's got a nice head start, 7 years of 30-plus homers.
Longevity, consistency, good stuff, Tim. And, yeah, he was part of both, or at least first one. Second one he played with Eddie in the next year. As we take another time out here on the program, when we do come back, Shohei in the lineup along with Mike Trout. We'll show you the lineups. Back it up tonight.
Join Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson on a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize. It's unpredictable pin and chase coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat. Join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
week today. Fans can redeem a free medium fries with a $1 minimum purchase at participating SoCal McDonald's. Download and register on the McDonald's app. Those kids are happy. That's probably footage of today, just pouring some fries on a tray. And this is the lineup backing up Mike Myers, making his 3rd start of the season, 6th start of his career. And you got to like 1 through 5. It's pretty much consistent, Tim Salmon. But you got to look at Luis Rengifo. Talk about consistency. First 4-hit game of the season last night.
You know, I can't say enough about Luis Rengifo. There's just so many. I feel like a broken record. But, you know, coming out of last night's game, he came out with a bum knee. They weren't sure about today. He was tentative. He's in the lineup. That's good news. 336 batting average, 946 OPS with 7 home runs from the right side of the plate. That's insanity.
Yep, and that's, by the way, batting cleanup behind Shohei and Mike Trout.
Yes.
I mean, that's crazy what he's been able to do, finding consistency both at the plate and in the field. Of course, for the Halos, it's going to be Mike Myers taking on left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez. Patrick Gooby and Carlin Baith with the call next.
To celebrate Labor Day, Jerome's is giving away over
Evan Longoria, a guy last year who was one of the catalysts to a surprising Giants team.
Meet Evan Longoria. He's watching MLB Network.
Dude, Longo's hitting with big-time power. Still that
because that's what baseball fans do.
Like, here we go, Longo, 2022.
LA, Valley Sports West, the heart of the fan.
Tonight's ball game is presented by Morongo. Perhaps you started your day at the beach. You end up here at the Big A to check out the Angels and the Tigers. Game 2 of 3. Angels won last night 10-0 as they close out this 9-game homestand. Welcome inside our broadcast booth alongside Mark Gubaza. I'm Patrick O'Neill. 27 games remain, and if the rest of the way is anything like last night, we're in for a fun ride.
Patrick, pitching and power. 17 shutout of the season for the pitching staff, and the powers led by Shohei Ohtani. The 6th time this season he's at a multi-home run game, tying the record that Troy Gloss had back in 2000. So the power to right center, to left center. Shohei Ohtani now with 32 home runs on the season. And yes, he got the splash after that home run. And Mike Trout with a big game himself. Base hit going the right field, a double down the left field line, eventually a home run, 30th home run. Becomes the 19th player in MLB history with 7 seasons of 30 or more home run. That home run, by the way, 416 feet. That was a mammoth shot. And yes, he pulled the matrix, and Joe Adell got the splash.
Not surprised that he's got the moves still with the matrix. Mr. Clean Magic stats. How about this? 9 teammates in Angels history to both hit 30-plus home runs. First time that Trout and Ohtani have done it in the same season. Club record 4 back in 2000 with Gloss, Vaughn Anderson, and Salmon. Well, we got a fun ball game in store for you tonight. Both Ohtani and Trout in the lineup, and looking to pick up where Jose Suarez left off. It's Mike Myers looking to start up this Angels and lead them to another victory against the Tigers. Lineup's first pitch, all coming up.
Every time he steps up to the plate, goes into his windup, or runs one down.
Oh, you won't see a better one than that.
He competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Last night's 7th multi-homer game of the season. Before we see what he has for an encore, how about we look back at some of that magic from a night ago?
I'm feeling dangerous. I'm looking right in the face of it. I've been through, came back to life. You can tell I know what danger is. I'm feeling dangerous. Wicked don't sleep. They got hunger like me.
Look, I think I just need someone more emotionally available. We seemed like a good match, but in person, I'm just getting a lot of mixed signals.
It's the bobblehead, isn't it?
I love your smile, but I can't do this anymore.
I thought you were a home run.
Oh, gosh. Max, don't do this.
There's a better way to bring the game home. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team gear and today's special offer.
Here at the Big A tonight against the Tigers, game 2, and for Mike Myers, his 21st game, his 3rd start of the season for the Halos, and Gooby, for him, it's important to get on the right track right here at home.
Yeah, I mean, he's had his troubles at home, much better on the road, but yeah, I feel this is one of those games right now for Mike Myers. He's trying to establish himself as a starter in the major league level. My go-tos for him to have success here today is really, it's got to be that fastball in the upper zone. He's got 21 strikeouts on fastball, especially when he elevates it, and more consistent depth on his slider. He's left some sliders out over the plate, 302 batting average, and 5 home runs versus slider. When he has that good depth going down, it's very, very effective pitch for Mike Myers. But that 4-seam fastball upstairs, firm and very effective.
Well, the Detroit Tigers were blanked last night for the 19th time this season. That's the most for them since 1976, and the most in the bigs. Willie Castro will lead off, followed by Victor Reyes and Javi Baez. Then it's Harold Castro, Spencer Torkelson, and Josh Lester getting his first start at the big league level. Ryan Kreidler at third, Tucker Barnhart catching, and Akil Baddoo gets a start in left field. That is who Mike Myers will be facing here tonight. And for the defense, that's going to be backing up Myers. Let's take a look. It's Joe Adell, Trout, and Ward. Left to right and third to first. Matt Duffy, David Fletcher, Luis Rengifo, and Mike Ford. And catching in back-to-back nights. Good to see it's Max Stassi back there.
And Mike Myers generally a fly ball pitcher. Mike Trout out in the outfield and center field. 39 career outfield assists in center field. Just needs 2 more outfield assists to tie as a center fielder with Gary Pettis on the all-time Angel record for assists for center fielder.
He's going to have every single record by the time he's done, isn't he? That's cool to see. Gary Pettis, a great center fielder here for the Angels. Well, great to have you with us on another warm one here at Angel Stadium, but certainly across the Southland. First pitch swinging is Willie Castro, and Joe Adell drifting back, has time, and he has it for out number 1. We like those quick outs.
And we like those fly balls, relatively soft it in the air and be able to run that one down. You get those quick outs, especially for Mike Myers, to be able to get a few quick outs, and then when you need those secondary pitches to get a strikeout, you have them. But get those quick outs with a fastball.
First pitch tonight, 6:39 p.m., 87 degrees, about 5 degrees cooler than it was a night ago. Victor Reyes with 1 out now, top of the first. A fastball, good velo is in there alongside Mark Ubiza and Carlin Bathe work of the field. Patrick O'Neill. Happy Gooby Tuesday, everybody. Ground ball through the hole, and that's going to be a hit for Victor Reyes.
And that was a changeup. Let's take a look at what Mike Myers will throw as a starter. He's had a couple starts already. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. At almost 52% four-seam fastball. Throw a slider about 29%. That was a changeup. He gave up a hit. Nearly 10%. That's his first hit he's given up on his changeup as a starter. Cut fastball at 5% and curveball at 5% also. Not a bad pitch. He had him out in front, but hit it right in the hole between second and first.
Looking for a ground ball. Duffy over to Rengifo. There's one. How about a double play? The stretch. Got him. Twin killing. Not a bad start for Mike Myers and the Angels. Just one hit. And then a nice 5-4-3 turn. And the Halos are coming up.
Hi, I'm CC Sabathia. If Win Reality was around when I was pitching, I would have hated it. But my son Carson's a hitter, and I don't pitch anymore, so I love Win Reality.
Dad, the camera's over here.
Be ready for real. Win Reality.
Hi, we're Warby Parker, and we're all about making vision care convenient. That's why we developed the Virtual Vision Test app. Use it to renew your expired glasses or contacts prescription from home with your phone in about 10 minutes. If everything looks good, a doctor will renew your prescription for $15. It's as easy as reading the eye chart at a doctor's office, except you're at home, on your phone, like you probably are right now. Download Virtual Vision Test today.
At Boll & Branch, we don't make bedding like everyone else. We make it better. We prioritize thread quality, not thread count. We source the finest 100% organic cotton to make the softest, most luxurious fabrics on earth. We're free from toxins, the way home should be. Boll & Branch is made different, so you can sleep better at night. Experience the difference at bollandbranch.com.
Last night, here's the batting order. They're throwing at Rodriguez tonight. Fletcher, Trout, Ohtani. Pretty good start. Then it's Rengifo, Ward, and Duffy, followed by Ford, Adele, and Stassi. Multi-homer game for Ohtani. Mike Trout also going deep. So Eduardo Rodriguez, Gooby, he signed a big contract in the offseason with the Tigers for 5 years, 6 years with Boston, and he got a win back in August against the Halos.
Yeah, he was throwing a lot of fastball. When you look at percentage between his cutter and his four-seam, two-seam fastball, there's a lot of fastballs thrown by Rodriguez this season. Doesn't get a lot of swing and misses, but he will throw a lot of fastballs.
David Fletcher takes strike one. There's Bruce Dreckman, who's the home plate umpire tonight, calling the balls and strikes. Quickly,
wow,
what a great catch, one-handed.
Wow.
Didn't move from the seat, didn't have to, no glove required.
Was that a Phil Collins song?
The ushers always check on, you know, the patrons, make sure they're okay. He's like, yeah, I'm okay. Oh, but then Fletcher comes back and hits that one left field. Running over is Akil Badu. Lay it out, making a great catch.
We've seen him in center field before. That's a center fielder type play in left center field for Badu, running that one down. Looked like for sure that was going to be an extra base hit for Fletch. Good speed, great angle, runs it down. What a play.
Got a great jump.
That's back-to-back good plays, one in the stands and one in left center.
You're right. I might have to give it to the fan of the stands just by a smidge.
Well, they both made one-handed catches.
Brings up Mike Trout. First pitch, hammered center field. Trout is locked in right now. Back on! 1-0 Angels. The kid does it again.
Dead center field for Trout. Locked in. 109 miles per hour exit velocity on that crusher to center field for Mike Trout, giving the fans what they wanted to see early. Like we saw and talked about in the opening, Well, you know what, Shohei? It's up to you now. Great swing. Trout, 1-0 lead. Swing at the bat.
31 homers.
That's 90 home runs in the first inning in his career for Trout.
Well, didn't even have time to put a saddle on that baseball. Scorched to center. Here's Shohei. Opposite way on the line, and Badu comes in to make a great catch. Not as tough as the first one, but well played. Another look at Trout, dead center.
Fastball, too, and he hasn't given up a home run versus a fastball this season, Rodriguez, but Trout was on that one. Lines it, center field, home run. Some sound off the bat already, and 3 batters against Rodriguez to start this game. Trouty, home run number 31.
You saw Willie Castro go back, leap up, try to make the catch. Just.
By the way, that was 106 miles per hour off the bat for Shohei Ohtani the other way. Trout's 109 to center.
Now here's Luis Rengifo.
Again, 90 career home runs in the first inning for Mike Trout. 90.
And since coming back from injury, Mike Trout is locked in, okay, because he has 7 homers in his last 13 games. And his numbers home and road, the splits are pretty significant because of his career. He's doing serious damage here at the Big A.
It's also the 29th home run he's hit first pitch, so he was ready. It's good to see Trout lock it in like this.
Rengifo coming off a 4-hit night last night, the 0-2. Nice start to the ball game here tonight. 0-2 to Rengifo. Downstairs. By the way, the turn on that double play to get out of the top of the first, Rengifo has been so quick on the transfer.
Yeah. Good feed by Matt Duffy. For a pitcher that doesn't get a lot of ground ball action, so you got to be ready. Even though he gets a lot of strikeouts and fly balls, you got to be ready as an infield, and they both were.
And there's the ground ball as Kreider comes in. Kreider makes the play as Torkelson's able to field the wide throw and tag out Rengifo. One more time, 3-time MVP. And Rodriguez knew it immediately. And for Mike, that's another 31 home runs.
Hey, it's me. The summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Want more hits? Train and win reality. Improve timing, pitch recognition, attack rate, and get more hits. Hitters love it, but pitchers...
I'm glad I'm retired.
Be ready for real. Win reality.
What it takes, well, that's what it takes. Mike Trout to get this offense going in the first inning. Solo shot, dead center field. 331st of the season, 341st of his career for Trout.
Move over Jack Clark. Hey, Joey Votto up next. I like the key to the game, and then when it comes to Trout and Ohtani and the way this offense can get hot, I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, no, you don't.
No. Especially down the stretch with the MVP race seemingly the hot topic across Major League Baseball. Soft contact. Fletcher throws out Harold Castro for out number 1 of the second.
Boy, you like it. See, that's a ground ball action for Mike Myers coming into this game. This 29.9% ground ball rate, 36 in his career. 3 outs on the ground already today.
One down here, Spencer Torkelson, Petaluma, California. So when it comes to Mike Myers, I asked you this about Myers here at the Big A. You look at the home games, a 9.31 ERA, opponent batting average 349 versus the road games, you know, of an ERA under 1. And you're looking at 19 innings apiece, right? Yep. So it's a sample size that's dead even. Why do you think he's struggling?
And even throughout his career, it's been that way. He's been much better for whatever reason on the road than it's compared. And this generally known as a pretty good pitcher's yard. So it is surprising, and you know, just transferring what you see in the bullpen warming up to the game mound is what, you know, is important for Mike Myers. And a lot of those numbers too, out of the bullpen to come right into a game situation. Then he had that tough game, that one hot afternoon game against Seattle, where he was able to get up to close to 100 pitches out of the bullpen that day. Hopefully it's a different scenario for him. He can be more aggressive. He got an early lead.
I mean, that board. There's another ground ball. Renifo handles that. So, and 2 quick outs. Torkelson is retired. But only 4 pitchers all time with 30+ innings. Did say that, but ERA career at home for Myers is about 6.5. Yep.
Keep the ball on the ground, you have a good chance of getting a lot of outs. All of a sudden, he's become ground chuck on the ground.
You are speaking as a man that knows something about getting some ground ball outs. Last night we saw Josh Lester make his MLB debut in a pinch hitting opportunity. He struck out. And this is his first start as a big leaguer. 7 years in the minor leagues. And what a thrill for him. I'm sure family has been able to make it out here from Georgia and hit well, but played even better by Fletcher. And Myers is through 2, scoreless at the Big A.
From inside jokes.
Hey, look, it's Mike Napafanakis.
To insiders' perspectives.
I like over 5.5 strikeouts on Walker Buehler.
Your best bet is the pregame spread. Served up only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson punching home run into the left field stands. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run.
Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone. 106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Eduardo Rodriguez, his power, his changeup. Some real good numbers versus changeup this season, 295, 5 home runs allowed. Better success versus fastball. Well, better success already with Mike Trout hitting a home run. 43 strikeouts versus fastball, 0 home runs coming in the game. Well, now you can add 1 on the net with Trout's swing. Dead center field.
Coming in, only 54 innings pitched for Rodriguez this season for Detroit. First of a 5-year contract. Got paid too, $77 million through 2026. Taylor Ward's going to lead off the second. Angels lead 1-0 thanks to Mike Trout's 31st homer.
By the way, Trout's numbers this season versus left-handed pitching is off the charts. 337 with 6 home runs. Slugging .628. Well, that'll jump up even more now with that home run. Same thing with Taylor Ward, good numbers against lefties. And changeups in general. All speed 308, slugging .615 versus changeups for Taylor Ward. Just out in front of that changeup.
You know, Carlin was speaking to Trout in the post-game scrum last night about how good of a season, of course, Shohei Ohtani is having, but they both homered in the game. Are they pushing each other? And Mike was like, absolutely. I mean, we all do that. It's just great to be out here at the yard, but you can see you got 32 homers for Ohtani, 31 for Trout.
Well, you go back to Roger Maris's magical 61 season, 61 home runs. Mickey Mantle was charging with him the whole time. You got that this season with Trout healthy again and Shohei Ohtani. Love to see them both get to that 40+ mark in home runs by the end of the year.
Certainly possible. Again, 27 games left, including tonight. The 1-2 to Ward, and that's going to get down for a hit for Taylor.
And that was changeup, so good on changeup, stays back on it. Keep that foot down and keep that hands back a little bit longer on a changeup to go the other way. Didn't try to pull it. That's a real solid swing for Taylor Ward. Mentioned .615 slugging versus changeups this year. Really good numbers.
Yeah, I had a chat with Taylor before the game. Really easy guy to talk with. And he said he's starting to feel that comfort level at the plate like he had the first couple of months of the season. So let's see him finish strong. It's a grind, right? 162. Here's Matt Duffy. Called strike 1.
Boy, looking at it, center field, Castro playing extremely deep and shading Matt Duffy at right center. There's a lot of room in that outfield now, and he's a good hitter as far as up the middle.
Single, double, 2 RBIs for Duffy last night. Playing first base, playing third tonight. Gives you that versatility and also just that quality professional at bat. That's pretty good pitch, not called. Rodriguez, as well as Barnhart behind the plate, wondering about that one.
That got all over the strike zone there. Even Matt Duffy was frozen on that one. He was expecting something away.
Every once in a while you get a gift. You make him pay.
It's going to force him to throw at least 2 more pitches now on this at bat against Matt Duffy.
And the 2-2. Downstairs full count. You've known me for, gosh, many moons now, Gooby. I don't think I would react too well when I throw a pitch right down the middle and I don't get the strike call. I don't think I could keep a good poker face.
No.
That would be hands gesturing. What?
Where was that? And they'll say it was out of the zone, and the strike zone's even smaller now.
Yes. And then I go, oh. Well, this could be trouble. Baez, El Mago, a nice feed over to second, and a double play turn.
So both pitchers with double plays already in the game. It's the 5th double play turn behind Rodriguez this season. Not a high ground ball rate for him either this year with 37%. You go look at him tomorrow with Sandoval. He's been a big time ground ball pitcher and strikeout, just under 47%.
As Mike Ford steps in with 2 down in the second, I'm sure the Tigers don't necessarily want to look ahead to tomorrow versus Sandoval after what he did in Detroit. And when you talk about getting swings and misses, you're not going to get it much from Rodriguez or Tyler Alexander, who we saw last night. Lowest whip percentage, minimum 10 starts. Rodriguez, Alexander go 1-2.
And I remember that start against the Angels back in August in Detroit. He got a lot of called third strikes. It's just one swing and miss so far today.
Oh, that one is crushed. Out to right field, going back. Driven by Ford. It's gone.
So for a pitcher that has not allowed a home run versus fastballs this season, has given up 2 in 2 innings. Mike Ford, 3rd home run, 8th RBI, staying tough against a left-handed pitcher and drives it out.
2-0 Halos, and for Mike, his 3rd as an Angel. What do you think? Is he going to get the splash down?
Yes. And anybody's good. Yeah, you appreciate that now on a nice warm day like today. But dry heat.
Yes, it is. Well, that's why he's in there. He can provide some instant offense like that. Nice 2-out run.
Fastball upstairs. Real nice job as far as bringing his hands up through the baseball on the inside part of the plate. And if you look at his home run and his power, most lefties you think down in the strike zone, he's got good quick hands on pitches that are elevated. And a smile.
Last night what we saw, Gooby, was the offense finally matched up, you know, with the pitching. You saw both of them come together. Gives you an idea of what you could get with this team. Obviously June and July were really brutal months for the team, but you go back since August 4th, teams playing 1 game over 500. And a really tough schedule that they have faced.
Yep.
Adele out to right field. That had a nice sound to it. Joe looking up. Oh, and that one's gone. Joe Adele joins the homer party. The 3rd of the night. 3-0 Angels.
Joe Adele says hello the other way. That's his power. He's got real good power to right center field. 7th home run, 21st RBI of the season.
Back-to-back jacks.
He's ready. Yes.
Tremendous accuracy, by the way.
Boy, that's a nice swing going the other way. Stays back with 2 strikes. Home run to right center.
So 7th of the season for Joe. Mike, Nevin look on. And Stassi. That one's going to be playable for Victor Reyes. But a couple of 2-run shots with 2 outs in the second. First, it was Mike Ford. He doesn't miss this Eduardo Rodriguez offering. And then Joe Adele's going to follow up and make it back-to-back jacks and a 3-0 Angels lead.
The game is changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
8th here. Angels put up 10 runs over the Tigers last night in a shutout victory, and it was a pretty memorable game for position player Cody Clements from the Detroit Tigers, and here's why. He came in to pitch last night and recorded his very first strikeout against the best player in baseball, Shohei Ohtani. He was beyond hyped. He was taken in the moment, made sure he wanted to save that ball, and everybody knew it. After the game, he spoke with the media, had the ball tucked into his little cubby there in the presser, but look, what do you know, guys? It got signed. Shohei signed the ball. His teammates were pushing him to send it over to the Angels clubhouse to make sure that happened. Ippei Mizuhara, he's the translator for Shohei Ohtani, guys, and he told me earlier today that was going to happen. Shohei planned on signing it, so what a great thing there. And if you didn't catch it, it said, what a nasty pitch that he put there on the ball. So, Patrick, I'm sure you had a lot of fun calling that one. That was a great little sequence, and I'm sure something that Cody's going to remember forever.
Yeah, no, he absolutely wanted to get that signed. He posted that one on Instagram, and for Shohei, who even talked about it, Carlin, after the games, Shohei saying it was a wonderful pitch, but I like how he signed it with a nasty pitch. So Roger and Cody Clements now have combined for 4,673 strikeouts.
I know, that's a lot of strikeouts they combined for. Oh, by the way, Cody with one, and that was against Shohei Ohtani.
You love to see it, guys. Real quick, too, Gooby, I don't know if you ever encountered something like this, but Cody said it's more difficult to hit against position players. Trying to give Shohei a little bit of credit there. You guys think that's true? Like sometimes they catch him off guard because maybe the miles per hour isn't so fast?
Yeah, Carlin, it's basically the terminology is throwing below the hitting speed, and he was throwing well below the hitting speed, unlike his dad, who would throw well above the hitting speed, where he was upper 90s with his fastball. But Cody is going in there and changing speeds against Shohei Ohtani. So hard for a hitter, especially when you're geared up for fastballs all night long, and all of a sudden something in the 60s or 50s, 60s or 70s. Tough to hit.
That was already Cody's 6th appearance of the season. The outfielder, utility player. I spoke with Taylor Ward, who he was able to get his first hit off a position player. That was Bethancourt, and he was throwing 95, and then he would take something off. He didn't want to wait for the 95, so he was able to hit that slow 65 slider, whatever Bethancourt threw in there. But he said, no, it's not easy staying back. And also, I was talking to Mark Langston, is everybody in the stands, when they see that utility guy come on the field, that finally this is a guy I can handle, I can hit this guy. I doubt it.
Now, you saw the first swing for Shohei against him. He pulled it right into their dugout. So he couldn't stay back. It's hard to stay back when it's something coming in completely different. It's even below what you're seeing in batting practice, because they're throwing off that easy go mound, which is about 40 feet away, and it's right on you.
Tucker Barnhart was right on that four-seamer from Mike Myers. They have one out here, top of the third.
That is amazing, though. Clemens would strike out Ohtani, though. That is, yeah.
For his first career strikeout, he gets, and Carlin, I agree, the best player in the game in Shohei Ohtani. And in fact, that strikeout almost moved the needle as much as the 2 homers that Ohtani hit. And ball 4. So a 1-out walk from Myers. We'll give you a quick word from Hyundai.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Santa Fe.
I do think that the performance that we have seen from Ohtani, let's not forget he pitched Sunday, the 8 scoreless. Now 1 run against Houston Astros, and then 2 days later he's hitting bombs. And then suddenly some of the national media are saying, oh, this might be a closer AL MVP race than we might have expected. Here's Akil Baddoo. First pitch, popped it up. The first pitch that Akil Baddoo saw in the big leagues last year, he hit for a home run. Not that time.
It's 2 outs on 1 pitch so far, breaking a string of, as far as outs, 6 straight on the ground for Mike Myers. Double play mixed in there. Any way you can get an out, that's all you're thinking about if you're Mike Myers. Especially if you get some quick outs like that. Right now you're looking at 21 pitches thrown. And Mike Myers, here we are in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. That's what you want, quick outs.
I imagine if you're on the Tigers or even a Tigers fan watching this, you got to be thinking, oh no, here we go again. You've been blanked 19 times. Shut out last night 10-0, and now you're down 3-0 already. You have the largest run differential in the American League. It's been a tough go. A long way to go in this game.
Tucker Barnhart's taking.
Really?
Am I showing some speed over here? No stolen bases, no stolen base attempts. Attempted this year, I should say, for Barnhart. Not a real big lead either.
Hit well down the right field line, but foul. This is the second time through. Willie Castro.
The last deal for Tucker Barnhart, 2019.
We got the market cornered on Tucker's here.
Yes.
As well.
And one just left.
Yeah, let's get Kyle out of here.
By all means.
Kyle Tucker will be with the Team USA, and Mike Trout, the captain in WBC. I was looking at that roster today. Goodness gracious. Arenado, Goldschmidt, you got Mookie Betts.
And Trey Turner's also playing.
Yeah. Realmuto, Will Smith. Just got to see what the pitching looks like.
That's the thing, because in that time of the year, pitchers are building up their arm strength. Hitters are all back getting their time to get their swings in. That's when it becomes a little different issue. Good slider there for Mike Myers. If he gets that pitch working as a starter, he could be very, very effective, because he can run his fastball upstairs. He'll get his fair share of swing and misses upstairs. And then you go from upstairs fastball down and in, especially lefties with his slider. Good combo.
2 outs here, top of the third, 1 on, and a 1-2 count to Willie Castro. Difficult to make the transition from a reliever, and then you go down to the minor leagues. You don't get picked up, so you got to deal with that emotion and then get stretched out and come up at this level.
It's routines for a starter more. Even bullpen, you play your flat ground work out there early in the day. But as a starter, though, you got your routine of running, and you got your lifting program, your bullpen session. So once you get close to your normal routine as a starter, he was a starter back in the day with St. Louis, and you get right back in that flow.
Of course, you did the opposite, right? You went from a starter to another nice play in the stands to spend a little bit of time in the bullpen, not much, primarily a starter in your 14 years, of course.
I love being on the bullpen, because once that phone rings, you feel like you're an everyday player. There's a chance you can get in 4 or 5 times during the week, so you feel more connected with the everyday players as compared to a starter where you're out there every 5 days. And the other 4 days, you're bugging everybody in the dugout.
I think you'd fit in perfectly out there with those guys in the bullpen. Yeah, Renifo's going to play that one. Broken bat. And another effort from Mike Myers. 3 scoreless here at the Big A. So the Angels, they have 3 solo home runs. Can they keep the homer dance party rolling?
Are you ready for some hot stuff?
Turning up the heat, yeah.
If you think the pen and chase is intense,
Why would you sit there and get them all agitated? That's the last thing you want to do.
wait till you hear what the Mad Dog has to say. High Heat on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson, 13 home runs into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome.
That ball is gone. 106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are
3-0, and Mike Trout got it started with his 31st home run. Our Kia player profile going to break down the top home on base plus slugging this year, minimum 150 plate appearances. Trout, Goldschmidt, Judge, Ohtani. And for Trout, that's coming into tonight, so that'll surely go up. And we look at this list, Scooby, well, 2 of these 4 will be MVPs this year because you got Goldschmidt and you have Ohtani. Of course, Arenado making a push, I know.
By the way, how great was that? Trout gave a fan down there right by the on-deck circle of baseball as he's preparing himself to go back out to home plate after a solo shot in the first inning. That's Mike Trout. That's why everyone loves to watch and come to the ballpark when Mike Trout is on the field.
Bottom 3, David Fletcher leading off. He's got the Trout jersey.
Look at that smile right there.
I think he's smelling the baseball.
Look at that. That is so cool. Mike Trout, baseball.
Great find. Good job spotting that. And Fletcher was robbed of extras, and Akil Baddoo made a tremendous diving catch to lead off this game. Fletcher, Trout, Ohtani.
All 3 hit the ball hard in the first inning. 2 were caught. Trout's over the wall in center.
Got him looking. Just caught the corner, 1 down. In case you're just tuning in, here's how the offense got rolling for the Halos. Mike Trout, first inning, solo blast, something, well, he has thrilled Angels fans over the years by doing just that.
Amazing, though, when you look back. Albert Pujols has the all-time record for first inning home runs, but Trout now with 90 first inning, 3rd most. I see Albert Pujols with 154, and again that connection with Mike Trout, Miguel Cabrera.
1 behind Miggy, who I saw took a picture with just an adorable little Tigers fan down on the field. Miguel Cabrera.
Mike Trout, he gets it, the connection with the fans. He's always been so good.
So does that future Hall of Famer, Miguel Cabrera. So good for the game. There's the 0-2 to Trout. Inside.
Starts way over on the 3rd base side of the pitching rubber.
Mike Trout just misses that one. And Castro comes in and makes the grab, 2 down. So how about the last month for Shohei Ohtani? Playing baseball on both sides better than anybody. It's absolutely spectacular when you look at the numbers. 17 extra base hits first, 10 homers second, the OPS is second, 3rd in ribbies, and as a pitcher he is 4th with the 174.
Unbelievable. And these are the hot months of the season too, where you know a lot of times you see some guys' numbers go maybe potentially south a little bit. His numbers are going up. That's how strong he is, both physically and mentally.
I think this season is even better than the season he had last year. He's pitching better, and at the plate he's chasing less. His strikeouts are way down. Batting average is up. Didn't like that call. 0-2. Fair assessment that this season is,
I mean,
could be better than last year even.
Just because he's been so unreal on the mound.
What a take, just off the plate.
And still with 59 extra base hits this season, 59, with 181 strikeouts on the mound.
We'll get 4 more starts. First is of the 4 coming Saturday. Big Fox game against the Houston Astros. That's a strikeout. Upstairs, he chased that one. And Rodriguez gets it, but it's 3-0 Angels to the 4th.
Hey, Doc.
Good morning. Take a crack at the bottom line, please.
L-I. That's live look-ins.
And the next line.
Doc, that's MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight, bringing the new season into focus. Only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Angels home game in 2023 with season seats. For more information on becoming a season seat holder, call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/season seats.
That was the fun of the ballpark.
These Angels fans have been tremendous all season. Great energy here at the Big A. And I know it hasn't gone the way everybody has wanted, clearly. Miss out on the postseason, but we appreciate you hanging in there with us. See if we can play some good ball down the stretch here. Mike Myers working in the top of the 4th. Victor Reyes has the only Tigers hit so far.
So slider down, fastball up. Good sequence working for Mike Myers so far against Reyes.
Myers now 30 years old from Grove City, Ohio. The 1-2.
That's a good pitch. That was a tough pitch to foul off. Great spot.
Seems like he's generating a great spin rate on that slider so far tonight. It's a little tight break. Well, Stassi is going to complete the strikeout. The throwdown gets Reyes one away. We're going to head to Colorado right now. You want to see what a 499-foot home run looks like? Christian Yelich is going to show you. Oh, goodness. That's the 3rd longest of the StatCast era.
That's what I remember when Shohei Ohtani was taking batting practice there a few seasons ago. Went up there. It's good to see Christian Yelich get that power back.
Yes.
Such a good player. It's been a struggle for him for a couple of seasons.
Now, you don't think StatCast could just give him the extra foot? I mean, you get all the way to 499. Does it really matter that much? Well, the Brewers are falling well behind the Cardinals in the NL Central. However, still life in in the wild card, closer there. I think the Cardinals are just going to run away with the division.
They're playing really, really well. They're pitching well. It's going to be a great race for that wild card race in the National League, just like in the American League, because you got the Brewers, the Phillies, the Padres. The Braves look like they have it locked in, but they're thinking about winning their division now. This one game back of the Mets. Mets having a great season himself, 35 games over 500, but the Braves, wow, just one game back.
Javi Baez is going to get himself an infield hit. Take us back, Gooby, to Colorado, to that shot you were talking about from Ohtani.
And I remember.
Well, there you are, Wade.
I got a
there
chance
you are.
to watch it, and I go, wow. I even got a wow out of it. That thing was this colossal. And everyone's reacting like, did he just hit a baseball up that far?
You had a front row seat for that. She's like, oh, how does she come up with that baseball?
I'm saying, you know what, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get a baseball up here. And Shohei hit one up there.
The ball does kind of react a bit differently there in the thin air of Rocky Mountains. Harold Castro, a swing and a miss on that fastball. One out, one on for the Tigers. And for Baez, he'll take that hit because he had struck out 3 times last night, and then first at bat here tonight hit a double play.
And look back at that for Mike Myers when you're facing Baez, because he has a huge chase rate. And you don't have to be real close to the plate. If it's close to the plate, he's got unbelievable power, and he makes contact when pitches generally are in this zone, but he will chase.
Soft contact. Rengifo is going to throw out Harold Castro. Baez moves up to second base.
Another smart play by Rengifo. A lot of times you'll see a second baseman think about making that play and a force out at second, but the better play is going to first base, especially with your momentum going that way. So another ground ball out for Mike Myers.
You know, pitching and defense has been really good for this Angels team. Up the middle. I mean, whether it's Velasquez and getting Fletcher back to quarterback that infield has made a huge difference. There's Spencer Torkelson.
He's usually a guy that's up there hacking first pitch.
As you were saying. So that's a nice pitch when you know a guy might be aggressive. So we're seeing primarily that four-seamer slider mix. Ball's behind Torkelson 2-1.
Just an occasional curveball. He uses changeup a little bit. He did give up one ground ball hit to Reyes on a changeup. Should throw a lot more cutters. I kind of like the fact that he's going away from the cutter, using his four-seam fastball and slider. So I think that makes both those pitches better. His separation of speeds and his four-seamers. Cutter was always around 88 to 90, so it's similar to his speed of his fastball, but now you have that separation between 95 and 82, 83 on his slider. Good decision by Mike Myers.
reset the pitch count. And Stassi has the controls on his right knee. That's right up the middle, and Trout's going to charge it. But that will be a run, and the Tigers get on the board for the first time in the series. RBI single for Torkelson as Baez scores.
That pitch right in the heart of the plate on a fastball. 95, but right back up the middle. Thought he might try to sneak a slider, see if he could get him a chase, especially the first pitch he swung at.
So the score is now 3-1 Angels. Josh Lester, again, this is his first big league start. Made his debut last night, pinch hit, struck out from Georgia. 7 minor league seasons before making his debut.
You can tell by that swing, he generates some power.
First time up, he hit a rocket that Fletcher handled. It was about 108 exit velo. I was going to say the mouth's probably pretty dry making your first big league start, but he was able to generate some saliva.
Great spot there, fastball. Now you have a couple options. You try to get him to chase a slider that's out of the zone, or you run a fastball above the zone now because he's established a strike with that one downstairs.
And the 1-2 coming to Josh Lester. Just gets a piece to stay alive. This season series between the Tigers and the Angels tied up at 2 games apiece. Chance to win the series tonight for the Angels with a victory. And a swing and a miss. He got Lester. 1 run comes in. And the Angels lead 3-1.
Every time he takes the field, he competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza!
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Baseball. Visit Angels.com to buy your tickets for upcoming games, including exciting matchups, giveaways, and more. Now they're checking the big screen, thinking they're getting on. No, you're on actual television.
I love
it's even
those
better.
hats.
That is a sweet
hats.
lid.
Yes.
Both of them.
Yes. Come on, Patio, you got connections.
Well, not like Ryan Kreidler, who has 130 in his collection for the Tigers. Still trying to work a deal for a City Connect uni for you. Thought I had connections. It's a hot ticket.
Yeah.
Although Erica found one for her mom. Luis Rengifo, first pitch swinging. Bottom four here at the Big A. 3-1 Angels. 3 solo homers. Trout, Ford, and Adele.
Good to see Rengifo in against a left-handed pitcher. 336 with 7 home runs. Slugging .582 OPS, .944 versus left-handed pitching. Originally, we didn't think he was going to be in the lineup today. Would show Phil Nevin while he's running the bases, he'd be ready to go.
And you have a chance to be an everyday player at this level. I have a feeling, especially what he's been through, ups and downs, he's going to want to be in there any chance he can get. Just picked up with his 4-hit game last night. Over 100 hits on the season, has 102. And that was his 100th game played. 101 here tonight. Eduardo Rodriguez from Valencia, Venezuela, and Rengifo from Agua, Venezuela. This could be a tough play. And at first base, the play is made. Harold Castro. Excellent defense.
Strong throwing arm to go to make that play off the bat. As soon as it got by Rodriguez, I'm thinking that's a hit for Rengifo. Quick on the transfer and an accurate throw.
To throw across your body when you're going that far to your right, on the money.
You see the reaction by his teammates in the dugout after he made that play. Quick that transfer was. Solid throw.
Down the left field line, hit well and fair for Taylor Ward into the corner. And he's going to cruise into second. He's 2 for 2, single and now a double.
That baseball was crushed. 108 miles per hour exit velocity. Time he got a slider. Remember, he hits all speed pitches really well. When change up, that's a slow slider at 82. Turns on, it gets down the line in scoring position now for Matt Duffy. Trying to get that run back.
Yeah, it's heating up.
Does this mean you're going to have to talk to him again tomorrow, Patrick, with 2 hits today?
I don't know if he could take it anymore. But I'll do whatever it takes.
I think you should.
Although with Sandoval on the hill, I don't know if they need my help.
Pitchers love runs. Lots of runs.
Okay.
Especially early runs.
All right, I'll get out there. Duffy takes a strike, 1-1.
Sandoval hasn't got a ton of run support, so he'll take that early run support, and then those add-on runs.
Well, Jose Suarez got some run support last night. He went 7, and Phil Nevin was talking about how he thought it was his best start of the season. Good pitch not called, 2-1. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel that we're seeing a different Jose Suarez right now.
Even today, when you talk to him and see him, the smile on his face, how much more confident he is in all his pitches. He said, hey, by the way, do you like my changeup I threw? Or knuckleball, he said. His knuckleball he threw on that ground ball. Back to him.
You didn't tell him we were giggling about it.
No, I said, hey, we were talking about you have a third off speed, a third type of changeup. He goes, nah, it's a knuckleball I was trying to work on now.
He's got a great personality, Demente. When we get to travel on the plane, we'll have Barria and Quijada and Suarez directly behind us on the plane. It's a lot of fun.
He's going a little Charlie Huff or maybe Wakefield, the knuckleball. Not exactly the proper spin rate on that one.
You're going to get me giggling again. Darn you. And Castro now going to his left. And he throws out Duffy as Ward moves up to third. Let's get to our T-Mobile coverage cam. For the best coverage in the game, we're checking out the T-Mobile coverage cam. It's Mike Ford and Joe Adell in the second. They go back-to-back.
Well, that's a good swing to bring your hands up, hit a fastball upstairs against the lefty. And then a fastball away, going the other way for Joe Adell, back-to-back. Back inside with an elevated cutter. It's Mike Ford.
Pretty good success against lefties in his career as far as the power is concerned. 20 career home runs, 9 versus left-handers.
I gotta believe this is going to be a pretty good swing right here now for Mike Ford. Ooh, couldn't quite catch up that fastball away. I think he was looking inner half. He was trying to do some damage. And we saw that in Detroit for Rodriguez. Not an overpowering fastball, but he spots it really well.
And Ford, pretty good swing there, just misses another homer. And Victor Reyes is there to squeeze the third out of the inning.
With Home Chef, your home cooking is home nailing it. Our classic all-in-one meal kits are simple enough for anyone and delicious enough for everyone. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meat simple.
Get 16 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
This is the planning effect. Nina's got a lot of ideas for the future. A lot of ideas. So when she wants a plan based on what matters most, she turns to Fidelity. At Fidelity, anyone can create a free plan that can change as your priorities do. And Nina's free plan, it leaves her free to focus on what's important right now. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
It's cheating. It's not even fair.
It's like the hitters know what I'm gonna throw every time.
I hate win reality.
I love it.
Be ready for real. Win reality.
Today there was an extremely special proposal. David Fletcher got involved, delivered a game ball that said, "Congrats, Shelby," on it, and Shelby was unsuspecting. Her now husband-to-be gets down on one knee and pops the question. She said yes. Hugs were had. It was a great moment all around. This all happened before the game started. And I'm paying a visit to Shelby and Dawn right now in section 109. You're here with family. We've got parents, we've got sister, we've got brother-in-law taking video right now down at the other end. Here is the ball. Dawn, how did you put this all together? Because, wow, what a mission to get this all done and have it go so smoothly, too.
A lot of love, a lot of friends, and people I cannot thank enough. Jake, Max from Valley, you guys are just absolutely amazing. And Michael Dukes, my friend, I owe you big time.
You seem so appreciative. Hey, David Fletcher, too, coming over here with the ball. That's her favorite player, isn't it? Oh, my gosh, Shelby.
Come true. That was super exciting.
What were your thoughts, though, when he started running over with that? What were you thinking?
What's going on? Like, I was I was so thrown off, and I didn't know that we could even go down there, and he's pushing me down, and I'm like, no, we can't be here, you know.
She's thinking this is an off-limits spot, but you know exactly what's going down. How did you keep this a secret, sir?
A lot of deleted text messages, a lot of knowing she wasn't near, and making sure you guys were the ones who really pulled it off. The crew here, the stadium staff, and everybody absolutely blown away of expectation.
Well, would you share with us, Shelby, just, you know, how special this is, talking about your Angels fandom as well? How far back does that go, and how special was that to happen here at the Big A?
You know, my mom grew up as an Angels fan, and it's really important for her to watch all the games. So I love watching the games with my mom, and we get really into it, and we know all the players, and we're the biggest fans. So it was really special to be here and to meet David Fletcher, and yeah, super exciting.
So incredible. And Don, I know you were the Lone Ranger in the family. You said your dad was a Dodgers fan. You came out an Angels fan. How'd that happen?
I grew up in Orange County, and hey, default.
Love to see it. Well, thank you two for sharing with us your story. And one more time, show that ball off, because that is so stinking cool. Patrick, Gooby, what a creative way to get engaged here at the Big A.
Yeah, that's awesome. And David Fletcher, for sure, for being a part of it. I saw David earlier. He thought he was going to have to throw the baseball over the netting into the stands, and that you know, Shelby was going to have to catch, and then the baseball says congratulations, and she was supposed to go like, congratulations for what? And that's when Don appears, for this. And the ring still was successfully executed by Fletch, Don, and Shelby.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you, Carlin, for bringing that story to us, and for producer Max and Bally's and the Angels for putting it together. Cool story. And best of luck. Tucker Barnhart just foul. We have one out. And we're trying to get 5 out of Mike Myers, if not more, of course. I'm always thinking about getting that W as a starter. But pitch count is certainly within, you know, reason.
Just keep getting those ground ball outs.
So far, just the 1 run. And came back in the 4th. Around 2 singles, also had 2 Ks. Looking for the kick save. Duffy with the shift is there and lets his defense handle the play. 2 away.
That's why, as a pitcher, especially the way defenses are set up now with the shifts on, you look back. I always explain and try to tell that even at the high school level, you look back, this is your home, the mound, as a pitcher. So you try to avoid kicking a baseball like that, because you have somebody right behind you. If you kick it, you kick it away from your defense. Look back and see where they're set up and know when to let a baseball go. And that's why you look back and see Mike Myers this time looking back to see where the coverage would be. You see Fletch shading towards second base as a shortstop, but you have, and on the glove side, you have more coverage for yourself as a pitcher there. So you go for that one. Backhand, no. Fletch is going to be there.
Obviously instinct, right, to try to kick, you know, at a baseball. I could certainly understand that, but maybe a learning lesson for Mike. Somebody might say to him, hey, next time you don't need to do that.
No, that's why you look back where your defense is set up.
2 outs. Here's Badu. Counts 1-1.
10 outs on the ground today for Mike Myers. 29.9% ground ball rate this entire season. Nice job by Mike Myers so far.
In the 2nd inning, all the ground balls were to Fletcher. So far in this one, 2 to Duffy. May as well complete the hat trick. Be on your toes down there, Matt. Eight, 9-1 due up in the bottom of the 5th for the Halos. So Adele, Stassi, Fletcher, and should anyone reach, and the big bats in Trout and Ohtani. Dropped a curveball that time.
Got him out in front. That one is 77. His slider's been 82 to 84 range. A good strike percentage of the pitches thrown for Mike Myers so far is 65. 47 of them strikes.
The 2-2 looking for the K, and he got it. Mike Myers completing 5, just 1 earned run.
The search for high-quality meat ends here. With ButcherBox, you get 100% grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Sourced from partners who believe in doing things the right way. Together, we can make a difference, one meal at a time. Sign up today at butcherbox.com for a special offer.
Took a mirror to the back. I was like, oh, wow. My hairstylist did a search and found Hims. Asked a few medical history questions. I could do it from anywhere. There's a product out there that actually works.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
Hey, it's me. The summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Nice. What? With the Game Time app, I'd pay 60% less than this guy. 60%? Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. Nice shirt.
History is worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. Our guy, Garrett Anderson, in 2007, setting a club record with an RBI in his 11th straight game. He went on to add on to that, and the record is now 12 games. GA.
Well, he was such a tough guy to pitch against because he hits the ball so hard to left center, right center. He can pull the baseball down the right field line, but also could stay back and hit in the left field.
Jared Walsh was creeping on GA's record. 10. Then there's Wally Joyner, Fred Lynn, and Steve Bilko back in the first year of the Angels in 1961. Bilko could hit some bombs. Joe Adell hit one of his own. He's 1 for 1 with a solo home run. He has 7 on the season.
I'm sure Wally was listening on the broadcast and love to see his name up there. See if he'll.
You're checking your phone?
Yeah.
It was fun to see Wally recently. Probably shot 78 today. Did I go too high? Should I have said 74?
Yeah, he told me he's a 1 now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he would be. He wouldn't like you saying 78.
Just kidding.
All of a sudden, getting on a little bit of a roll now for Rodriguez, especially his fastball upstairs.
Joe Adell strikes out. For Joe, and there was some conversation yesterday about maybe, him wanting, he's got those long levers, right? I heard Jeremy Reed talking about this, and, Luis Rengifo had to kind of change his approach, switch hitter, different type hitter, but a shorter, more compact swing that maybe Joe Adell, who has a really high strikeout percentage this year, about 36, 37%. He's homered, he's got the power and the tools, and he's only 23.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to the home run, it was a 2-strike swing and a 2-strike approach, and this shows that kind of power he has. The baseball would jump off his bat.
Also something broached by Nevin, and he said he hasn't talked to Adell about this, but he just threw out their winter ball. And he's going through that with one of his sons. Don't know if Joe would entertain that idea or not. For a young player, you need to get as many at-bats as possible. I'd assume.
When you think about how many professional at-bats Joe Adell has had, and a lot of times when you're that young, you've already had a ton of at-bats.
Oh, what a play down there at third. That's Ryan Kreidler, and he can absolutely pick it. The glove plays.
That ball was scorched down the third base line. Already know that glove is already major league a plus as far as defensive skills. That prep, back, and how strong his arm is to get that Stassi at first base, but what a play that was. I mean, that was destined for a double. Hot corner, that's 102 miles per hour exit velocity on that one. Makes a nice play on it.
Tremendous player from UCLA, part of that 2019 team of John Savage that won 52 games. David Fletcher pops that up to shortstop, and that'll do it for the Halos in the fifth.
Get closer to the action.
You gotta be kidding me.
Closer to the big blast.
Way out of here.
Closer to the great grabs.
Took a home run away.
Closer to the jaw-dropping plays.
Unbelievable.
With more highlights.
He struck him out.
More analysis.
You're gonna see athleticism like you've never seen before.
And more live look-ins.
Wow.
Nobody gets you closer to the game every night. Only on MLB Network.
MLB Big Inning brings you the biggest plays of the night, live as they happen. Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel. It's nonstop action on MLB Big Inning, every night on MLB.tv.
I'm really liking our fan with the Showtime headband, and I'm really liking this fan right here.
Yes.
Tigers fans, but as cute as they get. Oh, I think they look familiar from the post-game show. Certainly that little one. Did I hear "Let's Go Angels"?
Yes.
I think I did. We have that one on tape.
I think that was Jose Quijada. Let's go Halos.
Yeah, Otis looking good tonight. That's hit well and gets past Rengifo. Willie Castro leading off this sixth, and he's going to get all the way to second base. Aggressive base running. So we're sort in that area of the game for Mike Myers, uncharted.
Oh, hit hard. 16th double. Castro of the season. Good speed he has.
Five and a third is the longest that we have seen from Myers. Hit well left field. Joe Adell, though, uses his speed. Almost overran it, but reaches up, makes the catch. It's a big out.
Not only a big out, Castro was unable to tag up on that one and go to third, even though that was going to be an extremely long throw. So he's going halfway, thinking, okay, that's going to get by Joe Adell. He's able to reach back and not only make the play, but keep him at second.
Ball had some tailing action on it. Joe was able to make the play. And no, you're right. Castro was on the bag. Likely he's going to score anyway if it drops. He remains at second. Here's Javi Baez. Bounces in front of Stassi. Wild pitch allows Castro to get to third anyway.
Pretty tough one to block at that point. It's so far away from the plate for Max Stassi. And when it throws a slider in there, like at that spin, it's going to go away from you. Tried the best he could. Good read though on that one though by Castro to advance. Now you're looking for a strikeout if you can get it. Mike Myers.
Now towards right field. That's going to drift into the seats.
A lot of power for Javier Baez, but also a lot of punch outs.
One for 15 on the season versus the Angels. And Duffy makes the play. Runner's going to score, but still a good play made by Duffy. The score is now 3-2. Tigers make it that much closer.
Nice play. Some nice plays throughout this game from Matt Duffy at third.
Credit Baez with the RBI. 5 2/3 for Myers. Pitching change.
Covering the pennant chase? Serious business.
Boys, get on my back. You got no respect for me. No. Believe in me, baby. I'm playing Tetris, so I'm not going cross-eyed.
It's no-nonsense analysis straight from the source.
Scotty knows.
I got donuts.
This time of year, we bring our game faces to work.
Whoa, coming at you.
When we're on that couch, we are locked in.
Start flapping my arms.
Join Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson on a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize. It's unpredictable pennant chase coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat. Join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
Sports is brought to you by Spectrum. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data. Save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today. By the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get away with a great deal only at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealers today. And by Morongo. So for Mike Myers, Goopy, I think by far his best performance here at home for sure. He goes the deepest into a game he ever has as a starter or period, 5 2/3.
Yeah, overall really good, especially when you think about how many ground ball outs and a handshake there for Phil Nevin saying good job, 72 pitches. Saying that's exactly what you need to do. You need to get those baseballs hit on the ground. Even Castro, that base hit, he hit that ball hard, but it was on the ground and got it by Renhefer all the way to the alley. With some ground balls throughout the game, even the hits mostly on the ground against Mike Myers.
Angels turn to Aaron Loup. 53rd game, looking a little lefty-lefty matchup against Harold Castro. Swing and a miss. Halos turn this over to the pen, which has been excellent of late. Another swing and a miss. Just catches a piece. Either way, a strike. And it's 0-2. The Angels have been able to do this season is get the starters have gotten deeper into ball games, certainly over years past, turning it over to the bullpen with less outs to get. And Fletcher plays it perfectly. Luke comes in, gets Castro. The Angels lead it 3-2.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands. Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Mike Trout could bring the pitches in the zone. There is some serious damage done. Trout against Houston, dead center. And there against Alexander. And then that fastball there by Rodriguez, dead center field. So he's staying back, getting the baseball in the zone. And when he does, baseball is crushed middle of the plate, middle of the zone, 583. Since coming back from the IL first. That's tops in baseball, slugging at 1250 in an OPS. Wow, 1833. He gets those pitches middle of the zone.
So layman's terms, if you make a mistake, he'll make you pay.
Yep.
7 home runs in his last 13 games. 3 straight games with a homer.
We used to joke around when we had our scouting report on Rod Carew, throw it down the middle of the plate and just see if he can hit a line drive at somebody. Well, you don't want to throw a middle of the plate against Trout because of that type of swing. He's going to hit the ball hard.
Well, he's looking to do damage each and every swing. Last 2 fly ball outs to center.
That was another middle of the plate. Hit it well.
And here comes Shohei Ohtani. It's 0 for 2. And a rocket to left, caught by Baddoo and struck out. This game certainly has tightened up. 3-2 here, bottom of the 6th, 1 out. And Ohtani just misses that one. Reyes has it, big swing, but missed the barrel, 2 down. Well, at least Judge didn't homer today. That's because the Yankees and the Twins game was postponed due to weather until tomorrow, a doubleheader. And likely Judge will get a lot of opportunities to add to his 54 tomorrow. That'll be a single ticket price for the double bill at Yankee Stadium. Old school. So 2 for the price of 1 tomorrow to see Judge. And And that is the talk of the town, that race down the stretch for the AL MVP. Meanwhile, with 2 outs, here's Luis Rengifo. Eduardo Rodriguez, you are right. Last 3+ innings has got it working.
You can just tell by his pace right now. He can't wait for the hitter to get in the batter's box. He wants to make his pitch.
And another one. Another out. And another relatively easy inning through the heart of the Angels order for Rodriguez.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone. 106. That would be a new record. It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Different route to be successful, and it's our Allstate Mayhem moment, and that is because the ground ball working. That's a double play turn. 11 outs for Mike Myers on the mound today, getting ground ball after ground ball, some soft contact, some solid defense behind him. But I love his approach on the mound today as far as keeping the ball down, change the speeds, and allow his defense to make those plays behind him.
Yeah, really nice to see Myers pitch effectively in front of a crowd, announced crowd of 20,002. And you know why I feel good about this one on Gooby Tuesday? We were just blessed by the presence of Angels legend Scott Spiezio, who came in. He wanted to shake Gooby's hand because of your Gooby Halo history lesson when you went out there to right field. These are fantastically produced and executed by yourself, sir. You went out there to right field, and he was so impressed at how you took care of that home run that he hit in the World Series.
I mean, the whole story behind it, how, from the batting practice to visualizing that with his dad back as a kid, an opportunity to win a World Series game and having that opportunity to do so like he did in Game 6 on the way to winning the World Series in 2002.
So you should know you're touching the people out there with those on those hot days. Here's a ground ball. Fletcher, long throw, and gets Spencer Torkelson for the first out. I mentioned the bullpen really locking it in. Take a look at the homestand so far. This is game 8 of 9. 1.16 ERA.
And like you talked about, Patrick, earlier, the starters are going deeper in games. And when you look at success early in the season, when the Angels were 27-17, the starters were solid, but the bullpen had to get a lot of innings out, and they got worn out for a period of time. But now they're seeing the starters going deeper, so now there's not as many outs you have to get out of the bullpen, including 7 great innings last night by Jose Suarez. And you have Shohei Ohtani going 8 his last time out. You got Michael Lorenzen going to be taking the mound on Friday. Patrick Sandoval tomorrow afternoon. Reed Detmers has been great.
Detmers gets the call Sunday in Houston. The 1-1. And a ground ball handled by Fletcher. You know, Josh Lester, this is his second big league game. He won the Little League World Series. He was being interviewed by Aaron Andrews about what it meant. Let's flash back and take a listen.
Josh Lester, tell me what's going through your mind. You've been a star here at this Little League World Series. What's going through your head right now?
Just real happy.
Is that not the greatest?
That is incredible. That is incredible. And you fast forward this, now he's at the major leagues. That's awesome.
So awesome.
Yes. That's one of those goosebump moments. This is how passionate that run to the Little League World Series. I mean, that's amazing. And here you are in the show.
And, you know, he knew, because Aaron, who is married to our good friend and LA Kings legend, Jarrett Stoll. I asked Stoll if Aaron brought it up and remembered it. She said, oh, yeah. And she tweeted it out, and Josh got a real kick out of that. And 7 years in the minor leagues and all those at-bats, and for him to make it here, that's real cool. And that video has since gone viral. Here's the 2-0 to Kreidler from Aaron Loop. He's got 2 quick outs. Top of the 7th. And a 3-2 Angels lead. Nice pitch in there, 2-2.
That crossfire delivery for Aaron Loop. Great spot. Back-to-back good fastballs.
The 2-2. Full count.
They try another one inside. Trying to get a young hitter to go after that after hitting the spots like he did back to back.
That's hammered towards left field. That ball is hit really well and just off the base of the wall. Just missed a home run. Adele gets it in quickly, but for Kreidler, that's a 2-out double.
All she can hope for, just enough top hand spin to keep that in. That was rocketed off the wall. Nice play by Joe Adele. Instead of those pitches down, this was up. It brought his hands in. That was a short swing by Kreidler. Adele. Turn on that one. Just enough to keep it in the yard.
Well, that close to his first big league homer. And off the 8-1-1. And that close to a tie game, in fact. So for Aaron Loop, he now has to deal with Tucker Barnhart. First base open. 0-for-1 with the walk is Barnhart. That would have been a home run for Kreidler in 14 of the 30 ballparks, but just misses here. Another soft baseball hit towards Rengifo. Aaron Loop gives up that double. And by a whisker, the Angels still lead. And no, look, now it's Gooby Tuesday.
Come on, Char.
All right. You ready? Oh! Yes! Charlie! That was awesome! Oh! That was fair! You see that? Charlie, you think you could sub in for me?
To help the team.
Serve a nice, easy one up for me.
Last one.
All right.
You ready? Let's go.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you. Play ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to up your game. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
I don't really have a team. I just enjoy watching good games, and it could be the 2 last place teams. If it's a close game that goes down to the wire, I enjoy it.
We can't convince you to be an Eagle fan, me and Trouty?
Maybe. I'm a free agent, fan-wise, so.
What's your favorite team?
Philadelphia Eagles. Any chance I can make you an Eagle fan?
I don't know yet.
Mike Trout's an Eagle fan.
I have to think about that one.
Mark Goob is on. Mike Trout are Eagle fans.
Let's do it, man.
An Eagle fan right here. Tookie is now an Eagle fan. Hey, life is good.
Life is good.
Are you allowed to just go down there and recruit all these Eagle fans? This is your favorite time of year.
Yes.
Whenever Mike Trout comes up to start the game,
yes.
you both of you do this. That's really cool. You guys have known each other a long time.
Well, who do you got, man? Who's your team?
Whichever one of my fantasy teams might be winning that week. No, this is the
I got to convince you to be a team too.
No, the Super Bowl champion, LA Rams, #1. Let's go. Stafford, he's healthy. The elbow, no issues right now. I got Cam Akers, so I'm hoping for a big season.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be good. That was a great run they had last year.
And you've been to SoFi, right?
No, I've not been there yet.
Let's make a trip, because we went down and saw a college football game, you and I, down there at AT&T in Arlington. So let's see if we can put that on our bucket list this year and check out a game at SoFi.
By the way, I went down and was messing around with Mac Thice because he is he's a huge Giant fan. So I said, any chance? He looked at me, he goes, please stop. I said, all right. What about Trouty? Could he get you to? No. Giant fan. That's a huge rivalry between the Giants and the Eagles.
Yeah, you're not lying. So this Thursday, NFL is upon us. But the good news is that our true Angels fans, they are going to stick with us to the very end. I know it. So let's talk about Eduardo Rodriguez. He has retired 8 in a row and 13 of 14. And only that double from Taylor Ward. And he's going to get the ground ball handled by Baez. And let's give you a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Mix good sauce with my new spicy good sauce for spicy good sauce.
So that's 9 in a row retired by Rodriguez. Comes Matt Duffy. This game certainly hangs in the balance, 3-2. 5 2/3 from Mike Myers tonight for the Halos, and his best outing here at the Big A at home, without question.
The interesting thing against Rodriguez today, coming into this game, 0 home runs versus his fastballs, 0 versus cutter. But all 3 home runs were off his fastball and cutter today. 5 of the 6 versus his changeup and 1 versus his slider coming into the game.
Duffy just gets a piece of that changeup offering from Rodriguez. He's looking for 5 straight scoreless innings since allowing the 3 solo home runs, 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Trout, Ford, and Adele.
He loves to throw that elevated fastball. Mentioned it's not 95 or higher. It's about 90 to 92 range, but it's one of those pitches where hitters, the eyes open up, think you got a shot at it, but it's by you. Did it again, tried it. At the 2 high fastballs, there's a cutter, which still goes in under the category of a fastball. They had thrown him a couple changeups in this sequence, but cutter and 4 seamers and back to a cutter. 86 pitches into the 7th.
Nice pitch, got him looking. 2 down. 3 solo home runs for the Angels leads us to our Arco top-tier play. Mike Trout, it's a solo shot in the first. And 3 straight games of the home run. Then Mike Ford. And then Joe Adell.
Pretty close to the same spot, the Ford and Adell's home run. And the splash.
So for the Angels, most homers since August 1st. They are 4th in baseball, 47. And that's the best in the American League. Rodriguez hits his spot there, 0-1 to Ford. 158 home runs on the season now for the Halos. Bruce Dreckman, I think, has been pretty solid behind the plate. Very consistent with his strike zone. A shift to the right side for Ford. See if he can beat it. Oh, nice play somehow by Victor Reyes. That was knuckling towards him, and he was able to hang on and ends the 7th.
Look, I think I just need someone more emotionally available. We seemed like a good match, but in person, I'm just getting a lot of mixed signals.
It's the bobblehead, isn't it?
I love your smile, but I can't do this anymore.
I thought you were a home run.
Oh, gosh. Max, don't do this.
There's a better way to bring the game home. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team gear and today's special offer.
Sam, and we are getting you ready for Angels Live postgame presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Tim, we're talking long ball, but we need some tack-on runs. We're up 3-0. We need to put them away.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. You go out there, jump on a guy early, and you think, oh, this is going to be an easy night, and it's really easy to get complacent. I'm not saying that's what's happening. Eduardo Rodriguez is doing a great job right now pitching the way he is, but the Angels got to figure out a way to get something across the board and get some jug runs here in these later innings.
Yeah, Mike Myers pitched well. We'll look back at his pitching performance, but right now Jose Quijada taken to the hill to shut down Detroit as we send it back inside to Patrick O'Neill and Mark Gubicza.
Okay, Ken French, Tim Salmon looking forward to Angels Live postgame. Hoping for a happy postgame. You guys doing a great job as usual all season. And Gooby, for Jose Quijada, this is his ritual for his family. The message on the mound, he'll grab some of that dirt and rub it on his uniform and then hopefully lead to some success. But this is one of those leverage situations that he comes in, and you need defense behind him. So we have a new shortstop, as Velasquez is now at short, and so Fletcher moves over to second base, Rengifo to third, and then Duffy over to first.
It's all about being aggressive, using that fastball.
Pinch hitter.
He's pretty good on high fastballs, so this is a pretty tough matchup here for Quijada. He likes fastballs up, and he likes to swing at fastballs up early.
A.J. Hinch goes to the bench. Sherikas for Akil Baddoo. This is the number 9 spot in the lineup for the Tigers. We're going to see a heavy dose of four-seam fastball, but every once in a while he'll sprinkle in that changeup. He's got some good feel. It's a pretty good swing and miss on the four-seamer as well. All right, whiff percentage for Jose Quijada on the fastball. You see 32.6, third best in the American League. You know it's coming, so what makes it so effective?
Well, he hides the baseball well in that ride. It stays on that same plane, the upper part of the strike zone, all the way through home plate. See, that's a perfect view of it against a very good fastball hitter, and that was Kyle Tucker running that fastball up. Usually when you think of that whiff percentage, it would be his secondary pitch. The 32.6% whiff on a fastball is impressive. Goose Gossage threw tons of fastballs. Mariano Rivera threw every pitch was a cut fastball.
Those are two pretty good guys that were effective with a singular pitch. This is new territory for Quijada. Back end, high leverage. Can you get the job done? 3-2. Angels lead, top of the 8th, and the 2-2. Swing and a miss. There it is. One down.
Four-seamer just touching the upper part of the strike zone. The couple before, just a little too high to get Haas to go after it, but this time runs it upstairs and gets a swing and miss. Gets a lot behind that one too. A lot of leverage. Using the lower half of his body to drive that off that pitching rubber to maximize that arm speed to get that velocity upstairs.
Quijada, 26 years old, from Carapito, Venezuela. He'll be the first to tell you that that four-seam fastball is extra spicy. With one out, here's Willie Castro. Strike one.
See, there he is to get that pitching rubber. See how he is, drives, use that lower half, strong lower half to create that arm action to get that fastball to run up there like it does.
Yeah, just foul. Count's going to be 1-2 with that foul ball. Let's give you a quick word from Kia.
Presenting Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable all-wheel drive SUVs.
You know, from that side shot that we just showed you, he does seem to get himself in a defensive position to feel a ground ball coming back at him, although he does have that high leg kick. Oh, plunks him. And so Castro's going to run down and take first base.
Part of that is just to get a feeling back in his leg. That got him square. You can hear that all the way up here. Great side of the knee. Ooh. And there's no way, especially because of that delivery, you're seeing the on-deck circle, you're seeing pitches already upstairs with a fastball, so you're anticipating that upstairs.
The trainer's going to come out and just have a chat with Castro. You see Alfredo Amezaga, first base coach, former Angel, back in 2002, as a matter of fact. I don't know if there's a good spot to get you on that type of pitch, but maybe the kneecap would have been a good spot, perhaps. Either way, he represents the tying run here in the top of the 8th. And Victor Reyes is now the batter for the Tigers.
Quijada, not a big ground ball pitcher. It's not had a double play turn behind him yet this season. And again, Mike Myers was not a big-time ground ball pitcher, coming in under 30%, but got 11 outs today on the ground. I think he'll need a new bat after that one.
I think so. Angels hoping to pick up win number 60 on the season. We saw Reyes with excellent numbers on the year versus the Angels. Big spot in the game. 1 on, 1 out. And he's just going to poke that to right field, and that is a fair ball right on the paint. And so Castro is able to get all the way to third. And trouble now for Quijada and the Angels.
This soft contact gets it right inside the chalk. So hit by pitch and then a little flare. It's trouble here now. Looks like Phil Nevin's going to bring the infield in here.
Well, he's going to come out. Looks like he's making a move.
Alrighty matchup.
Jimmy Herget is up, and he has been outstanding. I'm going to turn the ball over to Slim Jim with second and third on for the Tigers, and only 1 out here in the 8th.
Took a mirror to the back. I was like, oh, wow. My Harris did a search and found Hims. Asked a few medical history questions. I could do it from anywhere. There's a product out there that actually works.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
We love going to games, but good seats get pricey. So we use Game Time. Game Time checks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals. We got our seats 20 minutes ago for 60% off. Last-minute tickets at the best price in seconds. Download Game Time now.
To get more hits out here, start training in here. Introducing Win Reality. Game speed pitches anywhere, anytime. Hands in sync with eyes. Confidence in sync with your progress. Be ready for real. Win Reality.
Is brought to you by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. By Jack in the Box, spicy chicken strips are back at Jack in the Box for a limited time starting at just $5.49. And by Spectrum. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data. Save up to 40%. Go to spectrummobile.com today. Well, the situation is this. The tying run is at third for the Tigers. Go-ahead run at second. And only 1 out here in the 8th. Jimmy Herget just airmailed a warm-up pitch right there just to keep the Tigers and Javi Baez guessing. But he has been unreal since coming off the IL, an 18 and a third. Here it is.
That's just to get your attention, not to get comfortable in the batter's box.
That's what that is. So that is planned. Sure saw that in Major League. So Quijada is responsible for Castro And Reyes on the base pass. And the very dangerous, aggressive Javi Baez at the plate. There's a ground ball. Rengifo has it. The throw in time. Game is tied, however, 3 apiece.
Real nice play by Rengifo. Imagine they wanted to look at that one. It looked like they're okay with the call now at first. AJ Hinch was looking at it to see the foot was off the bag. Duffy. The run comes across there. Just kept that front toe on the bag. Javier Baez thought maybe he pulled it quicker.
Intentional walk to Harold Castro with first base open. That's an excellent play by Rengifo. I know it's tied up, but that could have gotten through.
It's a tough spot, especially for Jimmy Herget, who's more, he'll get his fair share of strikeouts, but he's more of a contact pitcher. With second and third there, there's a chance that was going to bring that tying run, but a real nice play by Rengifo to keep that at a tie game.
So that's another RBI for Baez. He has 2 to go with a single and a run scored. And Spencer Torkelson with 2 outs and 2 on.
Reyes will run a little bit. You got to keep an eye, vary your look back to second.
Tigers have clawed their way back into this one. Popped up. See if that stays in. Rengifo looking, and it's off the dugout.
Trying to keep it tied because that bullpen for the Tigers is really, really good. They got some power arms down there. Keep this one tied. Jimmy Herget.
Ahead of Torkelson, 0-2. That slow curveball, he fouls back.
And when you see a swing like that, especially 0-2, a little bit more of the plate than you want. You want to get something well off the plate. See if you get the young hitter, a very talented young hitter, but they expand and chase.
Oh, he got it. And Jimmy Herget does just that. Keeps it tied. 8-9-1, 2 up in a tie game.
Hi, we're Warby Parker, and we're all about making vision care convenient. That's why we developed the Virtual Vision Test app. Use it to renew your expired glasses or contacts prescription from home with your phone in about 10 minutes. If everything looks good, a doctor will renew your prescription for $15. It's as easy as reading the eye chart at a doctor's office, except you're at home, on your phone, like you probably are right now. Download Virtual Vision Test today.
Did you know that ticket prices can actually go down right before the game? That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, then shows you all the best deals. So we can get tickets at the last minute for up to 60% off. Download Game Time now.
to you by OCNavigator.org. Build your healthiest self at angels.ocnavigator.org. And by Heffernan Insurance.
And going back to that last half inning with Max Stassi behind the plate. He's not moving. You got Reyes is second. You can sometimes tip where the pitch is going to be thrown. He waited to the last second before he moved off the plate. Otherwise, a hitter, if he's knowing he's going to throw there, he might not get a chase like that. The nice job by Stassi waiting till the last second to move and make that pitch call as far as off the plate by Jimmy Herget. Well done by both. Bill Hassel been talking to him, probably the exact same thing, staying there with a guy at second, because if you're going in or away, a base runner can lean one way or lean the other to give an idea of the hitter where that pitch is going to be thrown. Good job by Stassi.
Yeah, good pickup for sure. Alex Lang, heavily used, 59th game here for the Tigers. And Joe Adell leads off and takes strike one. And we're all tied up, 3 apiece. Bottom of the 8th. Adell, Stassi, Fletcher. Should anybody get on, then you have Trout and Ohtani.
This is one of the strong parts of this team for the Tigers. Their bullpen. And Lang, fastball. There was a hard fastball, 95-98, but a curveball, and you're seeing that already in changeup. Tough assignment against him.
Lang leads the American League with a 44.6 swing and miss rate.
That's a heavy sinker. I think there was a curveball too. Usually when you think of sinker balls, it's usually sinker slider, not sinker curveball, because of the arm angle you throw. A four-seam fastball curveball, sinker always slider type pitcher.
We get a piece. No, looks like that's going to be a strikeout. So Adell strikes out for the second time.
I think he fouled that one off.
You think so?
No.
No, I didn't. From the other angle, certainly didn't touch it.
I mean, sometimes you'll hear that sound when it hits the dirt. Right. You think maybe it's the very end of the bat.
So Matt Thaiss is going to get an opportunity off the bench to pinch hit for Max Stassi. So Phil Nevin looking for some offense here, and Thaiss certainly has a nice bat. Tigers have a shift to the right side.
Besides that power sinker, he's got a good changeup to go along with his curveball. Higher percentage changeups versus left-handed batters compared to right-handed batters.
There's another swing and a miss, 1-2. Alex Lang is from Riverside, California.
Isn't that where Adam Kennedy's from originally, right?
That's
Riverside.
Right. AK probably here. If not, I know who's watching. Brian Tepera is loosening up in the Angels bullpen. See if he can come in a save situation. Chafin is in the bullpen for Detroit.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been living downstairs with all his pitches, but that fastball's upper part of the strike zone.
And hits his spot. Dottie had him. Thies will live to see another pitch. Full count. So draws a walk, doesn't get the call, and the Angels have a base runner. Well, the race for the postseason is on. You don't want to miss the action. Watch all out-of-market regular season games live or on demand, plus MLB Big Inning on MLB.tv now for only $29.99. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Got a pinch runner now. Maurice Sierra. And now with Fletch to plate and that speed at first base, expect Phil Nevin put some type of action play on. Mike Trout going to give a high five to Matt Thies for good at bat.
Speed at first and Sierra. Fletcher at the plate. First pitch in the hole. Baez to second in time to first. Double play is the call at first. May have got him. What a turn. El Mago. Avi Baez. See if the Angels want to check. Ray Montgomery on the horn.
Yeah, they want to check.
Okay.
Because, you know, obviously you want to give Trout a chance to swing the bat here with a runner on. But that was a real good turn, Baez. I mean, that's an off-balance throw and a lot on it.
Oof. Anaheim is challenging the out call at first base.
I feel like we saw Rendon in the dugout give the out sign, like as if he saw it. I don't know, Gooby, looks like he's out to me. What do you think?
Well, I mean, the thing is he controlled the baseball in the glove. It's a better angle right here. In a foot.
Wow, that's close. That is as close as it gets. Maybe a cleat on the bag.
I think it's one of those ones you'll probably hear stands.
We have a Nissan umpire review officially underway. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the call on the field out at first, very rarely on these really tight plays do you see an overturn.
Credit Baez on that one. He caught that ball and got rid of it so quickly.
Here's the call.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. Los Angeles loses their challenge.
So the 6-4-3 double play ends the 8th. We're tied at 3.
MLB Tonight brings you more pennant chase coverage than anyone on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw. Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions. Mark Gubicza, Patrick O'Neill, Carlin Bathe, and Gooby, I have to tell you, when the ball was hit,
I know that Baez is an outstanding defensive shortstop. I knew he was going to get the force. I did not think they'd have time to get a double play. What a turn.
How quick he was on the transfer, and a lot on the throw. A lot of times when you're off balance, I guess you don't have as much on the throw, but he threw that one extremely hard. Castro will be able to get it and quickly turn it himself. Such a close play, one of those bang-bang plays. If he's ruled safe, we hear call stands on that one.
Ryan Tepera is on to keep this tied at 3 and then give Trout, Ohtani, and company a chance to walk it off bottom of the 9th. That's the plan. We saw Matt Theis pinch hit, but Phil Nevin's going to turn to Chad Wallach as the man behind the plate. So Sierra, who came in to pinch run, is the new left fielder. Well, and here he is, the rookie in his second game, Josh Lester, leading off the top of the 9th. And Tepera fires a fastball in there for strike 1. Ahead of that one.
That was some sound off that bat. Just a foul ball, though.
Jimenez is up for Detroit. Another big power arm. There'll be some matchup upcoming. A shift for the Angels to the right side. Hifo just to the left of the bag. That's short. Second big league game for Lester by way of Columbus, Georgia. We showed you the video of him winning that Little League World Series, the interview. Aaron Andrews in tears. He's just so happy. But he's going to swing and miss and strike out. Tepera gets it, 1 down.
Running fastball off the plate down the chase. Running action on that one from Ryan Tepera.
So Ryan versus Ryan. Tepera and Kreidler.
Both his parents, Mark and Colleen Kreidler, both journalists. They've been around this great game for a long time.
Ryan from Davis, California, Davis High School up there near Napa. If anybody has any connections at UC Davis, hit me up, DM me, please. Youngest interested. I should maybe just approach Mr. Kreidler. And 2-1.
Good little backup slider from Tepera.
The 2-2. Oh, that's got a flare written all over it unless the right fielder can make it. Taylor Ward gets there. No problem. 2 down. Good jump. Now, listen, we got 2 down, and Mike Trout's going to be leading off the bottom of the ninth. And if you spend your Friday night at the Big A, when the Angels take on the Mariners September 16th, first 25,000 fans receive an exclusive Trout City Connect bobblehead presented by OCNavigator.org. For more info, visit angels.com/promotions.
That is fantastic, that bobblehead. Fantastic.
That's the one I want. I just put it out there. Tucker Barnhart with 2 down here in the top of the ninth. So Ryan Tepera won the battle with Ryan Kreidler, and now he has Tucker Barnhart 0-1. Keep it knotted up at 3 and give Trout a chance to swing the bat and walk it off. In there, 0-2.
Got their fastball in and try to get him to go after a slider down and in. That's a catcher thinking along with him. Didn't go after that one.
Renifo played perfectly, backhand, and he gets him. Nice job by Ryan Tepera. Well, this is what they have come to see. Tied up, and the 3-time MVP is due up first to try to walk this off and give the Angels the victory in front of the home crowd.
Every time he steps up to the plate, goes into his windup, or runs one down.
He caught it! Oh, you won't see a better one than that!
He competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Did this solo home run. He's homered in 3 consecutive games, now has 31 and 7 homers in his last 13 games. He's been on fire since coming off the IL in his 17 games played. And with that, we will name him our Toyota Player of the Game. And he's going to lead off his bottom of the ninth with Shohei Ohtani on deck. How about those superstars? And Joe Jimenez, former All-Star in his 2nd season. Is on to try to somehow find a way to navigate through this big part of the lineup for the Angels.
And going back to Hyundai, key for the game today, what it takes, this takes 1 run here. That's what it takes. And with Mike Trout at the plate, the perfect guy to get this started, potentially win the game here. They're ready and hoping for that big home run. They got a baseball earlier today from Mike Trout.
Up and in. Jimenez, native of San Juan, Puerto Rico. 6'3", 272.
That's a zone where Trout can hit a long, long way, even though it was 96. Lower third, middle.
Average fastball velocity just under 96 for Jimenez.
Normally he throws his slider 2-1 quite a bit against a right-handed batter. I don't know if he's going there with Trout. He might try to elevate with his fastball.
Trout 1 for 3 in his career versus Jimenez. The 2-1. Let's make that 2-2.
Outfield is playing extremely deep here for the Tigers against Trout. Especially with 2 strikes, you're looking to make some contact. He's had some flare hits also of late during this homestand.
Jimenez strikes out Mike Trout, 1 down.
Boy, 97. The reaction.
It's still a good birthday.
I'm just wondering, you know, they are going to pitch to him, but I won't be in any hurry if I'm the Tigers to pitch a Shohei Ohtani here now.
I'm sure that thought of walking him intentionally crossed the mind of A.J. Hinch. Got a pitch on the inner third to possibly handle, but swing and a miss, 1-1.
Well, inside, always that danger spot as a closer or late inning guy to go inside against a power threat. You usually want to force him to hit the ball the other way.
The fastball, that one in the heart of the plate. And another swing and a miss, 1-2. Looking at his bat. Like, come on now, big fella, help me out. Out towards left field. And got the roar of the crowd. But Eric Haas is able to squeeze it for the second out. Crowd possibly more hopeful than anything on the big swing. Brings up Luis Rengifo with 2 down. Certainly power in that bat for the switch hitting Luis Rengifo with 11 homers, career high. About 92-mile-per-hour changeup from Jimenez.
Yeah, you're seeing all those fastballs, 96, 97, then he dropped a changeup on you. They said earlier, this is their strong point. This is their bullpen. It's a very deep, strong bullpen.
0-2. Another changeup, well off the plate.
He went changeup, and high fastball, four-seamer.
The attack Trout and Ohtani with fastballs.
Boy, that sound in that mitt. I feel he's going to try a changeup now. Well, you can't play any deeper, and there's a lot of room, especially with 2 strikes for Rengifo. Then let's get a hit, flare it in there.
Count runs full. He did go back to the changeup on that 2-2. Taylor Ward waits on deck. And just like you thought, just get a hit, all that room, and Rengifo does just that. His first knock of the game, and it happens with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and it's going to bring up Taylor Ward. Another look.
Fastball hard to the plate. He just stays through it after tracking some pitches out of the strike zone. Good swing there from Rengifo. First hit of the game. Gives Taylor Ward a chance to jump on a first pitch.
Two for 3 tonight, double and a single. Big moment for Ward right here.
342 on the first pitch this season.
Off the end of the bat, fly ball left field, and Haas has it. Jimenez gets out of it. How about some free baseball at the Big A?
Tonight brings you more pennant chase coverage than anyone on MLB Network.
Good old-fashioned extra inning free baseball for you. Tied at 3, 6 hits apiece for both the Angels and the Tigers.
You wanted the Tigers to go pinch runner now.
Yeah, with
Tucker Barnhart. Yes.
Yeah, I would think the same thing. He made the final out.
Like maybe Clemens.
Cody Clemens struck out Shohei Ohtani and now represents the go-ahead run for Detroit. Tigers are 1-4 in extra inning baseball this season, and the Angels 6-6. Ryan Tepera remains out there. So that is that ghost runner, that runner that starts immediately at second base, the final out of the previous inning. Pinch runner, so that will be Clemens. Seems like the Tigers might be thinking bunt, and the Angels trying to anticipate something like that.
Just don't feel that's going to be the case, especially with Eric Haas at the plate and the way that A.J. Hinch has managed throughout his career. He's always thinking, especially as the road team, you got to think 2 runs in an inning, because you assume the home team can find a way to score runs, so you're going to try to score more than 1, so you're not going to bunt.
Oh, 2. That's that nasty slider that is in the toolkit for Tepera. These are always tough situations for these relievers. Runner starts in scoring position. And there's a base hit. Clemens going to be held up at third. Sierra gets to it quickly, gets it in. High throw that Renifo leaps and catches. So first and third, nobody out.
More of the plate than Ryan Tepera wanted to. You can see this tell by his reaction there. He wanted to go down and away, and it spins and stays hard of the plate. Eric Haas is right on that one.
Clemens at third. And Haas at first with that clutch single for Detroit. Top of the 10th, tied at 3. Nobody out. Rolly Castro is 1 for 3. Double hit by a pitch and scored a couple. I know that's just strike 1, Gooby, but man, would a strikeout be huge here.
Yep.
It's going to take some real pitching to get out of this unscathed. Runner go, no, holds up. And Haas with a big time deep, almost a third of the way down the line.
I mean, when you get to think about this going into this game here today, the Tigers are a much better team batting average wise versus left-handed pitching compared to right-handed pitching. The 261 versus lefties, 216 versus right-handed pitching. Even though you see a lot of lefties, or at least switch hitters batting here on the left side, there is a strikeout in that game.
Or a pop-up. And Wallach has it. Oh, big out for Tepera and the Angels. Have that double play intact.
Real good quality pitch by Tepera.
Absolutely hit the spot that Wallach put down.
And he's running to make sure he has coverage at home plate too, with Chad Wallach making that catch on the pop-up.
Highly competitive, wily vet, Ryan Tepera. And now it's Victor Reyes. Last time up, doubled, also singled in the first. Oh, fouled it off his leg.
Was that break a ball slider in?
Back leg.
Bears had 5 double plays turned behind him. Reyes runs well. He's also rolled into 5 double plays.
First and third for the Tigers, 1 out. And Tepera ahead of Reyes 0-2. Andrew Wantz, who threw last night, up now for the Angels. See Chafin down there for the Tigers.
We had him looking slider there and jammed him. A fastball upstairs.
Think a slider here.
Trying to get him to go after some and chase it. Maybe go for a split finger changeup. Shut that one off.
Got him that time. 2 down.
Slide piece, nasty. Keep that focus. Got 2 big outs. Slider starts in the zone, ends up just below it. A shot of keeping that front shoulder in, creating that downward tilt on the slider.
Ipe and Shohei like it. 2 down. And it's Javi Baez. Tigers started this inning off with the runner at second. And you get the single by Haas, first and third, nobody out, 2 quick outs, and now 0-2 to Baez.
Whoa, what a play by Chad Wallach on that one. That is unreal.
No idea how he was able to get that. That was about 4 feet out of the zone.
He's done that really well when he's caught for the Halos. I have no idea how he got to that one. On a slider that far off the plate. And, you know, as a catcher, you're anticipating a slider in the dirt when you're ahead of the count 0-2, but that far off the plate, that's an outstanding play. If he gets through this inning, key play of the game.
Way to go, Chad. Turned that glove upside down and made the pick. Runner goes this time, and right there, Baez just hits them where they're not. Run scores, 4-3, Tigers take the lead. On a 1-2 pitch, just poked it to right.
I mean, you can't throw it any better than he threw it. I mean, look where this pitch is thrown. I mean, it's towards the left-handed batter's box. He just punched it. That's how strong he is. Bear did everything he needed to do on that one. You're trying to throw a non-strike and get a chase.
Well, the Tigers get the one. You can't let them get the second. Four unanswered for Detroit to take the lead. So Castro pops that one up. Sierra. So 1 run comes in. Tigers take the lead. Ghost runner starting at second.
From inside jokes.
Hey, look, it's Mike Napafanakis.
To insider's perspectives.
I like over 5.5 strikeouts on Walker Buehler.
Your best bet is the pregame spread. Served up only on MLB Network.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stands.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all. The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
To pair with Matt Weiss and Chad Wallach saying exactly what he wanted to throw. You can see he was talking about the movement on the slider. And you look back at that at bat against Baez, the strike 2 pitch of that sequence, slider off the plate, missed it by a lot. And then with the 2 strike pitch, same exact spot, just throws his bat out and makes contact. I mean, you did everything you're supposed to do as a pitcher. You just got to, every once in a while, it's hard to do that as a pitcher, give the credit to the hitter, because that was just a great at-bat by Javier Baez to get that base hit that way, but a well-executed pitch. The only thing maybe was because he threw that slide of the pitch before, so his eyes were tracking a break a ball away like that and just trying to punch it, especially with that infield the way it was set up, gets it through the hole.
And a remarkable job by Baez. Tepera did everything possible, but he just got the best of him. Andrew Chafin, the veteran, is in for the Detroit Tigers for the save. They lead 4-3. Angels had a 3-0 lead after 2. Thought maybe they might run away with it with the 3 solo home runs. But
by the way, Patrick, Wally Joyner did check in and text. He goes, "Let's go Halos, win." Felt like it was Adrian from Rocky 2. Just win.
I'm fired up now. Clemens in left field, and Haas now catching. So Ward is going to be the automatic runner at second base, and Matt Duffy is the batter. Have to find a way to tie it up, keep it going, or walk it off here in the bottom of the 10th. And just 3 days ago, Matt Duffy, he's got 4 career walk-off hits, and here is his first as an Angel.
Dubon almost made that play. Matt Duffy knew it was down, and it was after being reviewed. Make sure the call was right on the field, walks it off. See that approach he had that first pitch, he's trying to hit the ball to the right side. Boy, if he turns on a pitch to left field, he's running forever. The way the defense is set up.
And that was the only win that the Angels had in that series versus Houston.
Chafin fastball, 89-94 slider changeup.
To right, Ward is going to tag, and he's going to be in there standing.
Nice job, good at bat. Duffy, especially with 2 strikes, getting the job done. Deep fly to the right, we'll get some high fives going into that dugout, advancing the runner. Now you get Andrew Velasquez, and now if you're the Tigers, you got to think, maybe, just maybe, push bunt.
Wow, what a spot here. Yeah, good job by Matt Duffy. Sacrifice moves up Ward. So Andrew Velasquez now can have that infield in, way in. Torkelson on the grass.
Always got to be ready for that quick throw to third base after the first pitch potential here too by Haas if you're Taylor Ward.
Ground ball. The throw from Baez going home. It gets away. And Velasquez is going to go to second. And Baez tries to get Ward, cut him down at home plate, bounces in front of Haas.
It's almost like he had too much time, and that's why you see the errant throw by Javier Baez, a very good defender. We talked about that great double play he turned earlier in this game, but he had plenty of time. Right at him, set himself up. See, he flipped it up, set himself up, and then the throw way away from the plate. By the way, there wasn't a whole lot of path to the plate on that one anyhow. But it doesn't matter because the run scores.
Big Taylor Ward sliding right through Haas at home plate to tie this game at 4. And Chad Wallach. Hey, good job by Velasquez. Put that ball in play.
But also getting in the second on that errant throw.
Damon Mayshore, first base coach, was right there in his ear to tell him to get going. Spiked that one. But Haas was able to keep it right there.
Brave of his speed to get Chad Wallach in a walk-off hit. Oh, is that worth this uniform? Made a great play on a slider in the dirt. Top of the 10th. Tell you what, Andrew Velasquez is getting a real good read. Andrew Chaffin on the mound right now. And you might see him try that spin around move in second, but he's timing it pretty good.
Well, you mentioned
14 bags, caught only once.
You mentioned Chad's father, the great Tim Wallach. Wally, if you're watching, you had 9 career walk-off hits, but you trade them probably, or most of them, for your son to get one right here. No, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, he would.
Would he? Okay.
Yes. Always for your kids.
Yeah, I know. Game against the Astros that the Angels won, and Duffy walked it off back and forth, 12 innings, despite the extra runner starting at second base. And we're tied up at 4, bottom of the 10th. 2-2.
Showed him a fastball. I can imagine now he's going to see a slider down and in. Just hoping to catch part of the plate here for Chad Wallach.
Oh, it gets away. Velasquez all the way to third. Well, now.
Got the infield in now. Again. Over through this slider. Good secondary lead and go for Velasquez. Good read. That's why you get those big secondary leads. Easily cruises to third.
90 feet away from a walk-off win.
Good take. Good take. Now this gets real interesting now. With that speed at home, lefty versus lefty. Jay Hinch going to go out and talk strategy. Phil Nevin probably already has a play working already with Sierra with his speed. By the way, he was out early today, bunting a lot.
So Sierra's going to chat this over. He was going to go over the top to Gallego. Gallego's going to check with Nevin. Make sure they're on the same page on the call. Now Gags is going to come over and have this chat with Sierra on strategy right here. Nice call, Gooby. Very, very interested. You're way ahead of it. What play would you put on?
I think the first pitch thrown here might end up being a pitch out. So I'm guessing what I do, second pitch squeeze. Not first pitch, second pitch.
Safety or suicide?
Suicide.
Woo! Now I'm excited. There's the bunt. It's a good one. Walking off Halos. 5-4 on the first pitch. Light it up. Angels win.
A magnificent squeeze bunt. Magnorious Sierra. That is a tough pitch to bunt. Job done. Suicide squeeze. That's a nice job of making contact with that. Anytime you get the ball down on the squeeze with that speed, you're going to win the game. Nice job, Sierra.
I mean, Chafin plays it. That was going to be fair all the way down the first base line. A thing of perfection by Magneuris Sierra, who gets credit with the walk-off knock. And the Angels pick up their 60th win of the season.
Love that. Execution. Well done that entire inning. Got a break and executed. Maybe a little Sierra missed here for him as he's getting interviewed by Carlin Bay.
Well done, sir. Well done. All right, nice walk-off victory for the Angels. Devin with the hug for Magneuris Sierra, who's standing by right now with Carlin Bay.
Thank you so much, Patrick. What a walk-off win here at the Big A, taking this one 5-4 over the Tigers. Sierra, tell us about what you saw on that first pitch there and how you decided to bunt it the way you did.
Dinos qué miraste en ese picheo y cómo fue que decidiste tocar la bola.
Sabe, en ese momento yo pensé que, de una base por bola, va a tratar de montarse en la zona. Yo, aproveché para poner la bola en el piso y que anote.
Did you get to finish your thought there?
I saw he gave a walk, and so I knew he was going to throw. He was trying to throw a strike, so I decided to bunt.
How about the Powerade shower here? How does that feel to be able to, have this camaraderie building with your team, getting wiped off here by Manny? How does that feel to be able to pump up the confidence of the group and have a big epic walk-off celebration like that?
¿Cómo se siente este baño de Powerade que te dieron ahorita? ¿Cómo se siente que los muchachos estén emocionados con todo esto? Dime, por favor, dile a la gente.
¿Sabes? Se siente bien frío y a la vez, ¿sabes? Me siento contento porque ganamos.
It feels very cold, but I feel great because we win.
Last one here for you. Your team put up 3 runs early on in the game, all with the long ball. When the Tigers tied things up, how did the game plan change, and how were you guys able to stay with it throughout those extra innings?
Fue un buen juego. ¿Cómo fue que siguió el plan y seguir peleando en sus extra innings?
De verdad, para mí es difícil, ¿sabes? No estoy jugando todos los días, pero yo siempre trato de hacer lo más posible, poner la bola en juego y que la carrera anote.
It's tough where you're coming from the bench, but I was trying to put the ball in play and make the team win.
And you did just that. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
All right, Patrick, back upstairs.
Hey, by the way, didn't Wally Joyner just said, just win, and just win?
And he got that Sierra Mist shower, did he not?
Yes, he did. Beautiful walk-off.
Let's give some credit to Chad Wallach, who really saves the game with a tremendous defensive play, draws a great walk, and then the speed of Velasquez and Sierra really coming through.
Yeah, this is an all-around solid game again. Some great pitching out of the bullpen, and Mike Myers solid with some power. But Sierra goes, you know what? I'm going a little different power.
Oh, we got ourselves a happy Angels Live post-game show with Frenchie and Kingfish next.